create with them will last a lifetime. Amenities include comfortable space for anywhere from 15 to as many as 40 friends, a hefty food and beverage credit, access to all the amenities of the club level, reserved parking, and much more. For inquiries, visit hondacenter.com/rental suites.
Thanks for being back with us here on the pregame show on Ducks Stream ahead of this game tonight in Seattle. For tonight's player spotlight, we're talking about number one, Lukas Dostal, coming off his best game of the year, and you have to think maybe one of the best of his career too. He made 40 saves on 41 total shots in net. Perfect in the shootout, stopping all of the Avs attempts, including one on his good friend Marty Necas, who he and Radko Gudas actually spent some time with the night before the Colorado game. And Dostal told me after the game that with the shootout, it's just something that he practices often after practice with the guys like McTavish and Gauthier. So it's something that he's very comfortable in, and his stats really reflect that. I mentioned it, 3-0 this season in the shootout, but then also 8-3 in his career in the shootout. So really good on that end. And now he's won 4 games in a row in the net, allowing only 7 goals on 116 shots against. That's a .939 save percentage through 4 games played. Really impressive play that we're seeing out of him right now. You have to think also the Dost Wall, better known as that, is his nickname, that he's back, and that's it's really good for this Ducks team, especially when they've been down some of their top scorers. So we're getting solid goaltending, and that's kind of what you can expect going into this game tonight in Seattle, as Lukas Dostal once again getting the start. So make sure to join us when we come back from the commercial break. We're closer to puck drop, and Tim and Emerson will be joining me.
Helping people of SoCal isn't just what we do, it's who we are at your SoCal Honda dealers. Look for our team of helpful guys and gals in blue all year long, helping by providing free gas, bringing meals to seniors, supporting teachers and veterans, handing out ice cream, and so much more. And that's not all. Every Honda dealership has sales teams ready to help you find your perfect Honda with a great deal. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Introducing Lineage Watch Company, an independent American watch brand proudly owned and operated in Southern California. Designed, engineered, tested, and hand-assembled in the USA, Lineage watches are uniquely powered by American-built movements. Define your legacy today with a Lineage timepiece at lineagewatchco.com. That is lineagewatchco.com.
What would you say was the biggest factor in getting that win tonight?
I mean, you said it. I think that was it for me. Factor. I was feeling strong. Had plenty in the tank for overtime.
Wait, Factor, like the meals?
Yeah, Factor meals. I've been getting Factor high-protein meals delivered all month. I get all the power I need. They taste great, and they're ready to eat in 2 minutes.
Okay, I need to get on that.
For real. Go to factormeals.com. It's the easiest way to eat like a pro.
You can swirl it, you can sip it, but the best way is to share it. Hey y'all, I'm Deanna, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You get that bold flavor of the Coke mixed with the smooth deliciousness of the vanilla ice cream. You have a juicy filet and a smooth, creamy float. It's an awesome pairing.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Flex plans are now available for our fans who have the busiest schedules. You can select just the weekend games or just the giveaway nights. Whatever suits you best. Just select 7 or more games to receive huge savings on tickets, discounts on concessions and merchandise, and new this year, parking is included. Visit AnaheimDucks.com/flexplans for more information.
The Ducks are on the road in Seattle tonight at Climate Pledge Arena, and that is where we bring in Emerson Needham and Tim Neverett to join us here on the pregame show. Tim, we're going to start with you. You had that lengthy conversation with Jeffrey Viel this morning. What stood out to you in your mind about the impact that he's had thus far?
Well, first, the conversation was even more lengthy after I turned off the recorder, so it was good. I mean, he's made an impact, and we've talked about the fight that he had with Hellenius of the Kings. And, Joel Quenneville's talked about it prior to the last two games. He talked about it prior to the Colorado game. He talked about it this morning and just said that it had an impact not only on the organization but his teammates. His teammates really appreciated it. The fact that, they were going to go a little earlier in the game. As a matter of fact, he said Hellenius asked him, let's go now. And he said, no, give me a minute. I want to get something done here. And then they went back later and fought. So, but he scored 2 goals and had a very, huge goal, I think, against Colorado. It was the only regulation goal that the Ducks had. And it gave them a 1-0 lead for, through the second period and almost through the entire third before the Avalanche tied it up. But, he says he feels right at home here, more so than he thought he would right away, and he's been very well received. Said that his teammates have been great to him.
And you have to imagine that gives him a little bit of extra confidence when he gets out on the ice. Looking to see that once again from him tonight against the Kraken. Emerson, Anaheim's been playing a lot of defense, and they're without their top scorers right now. So how do they work to find a balance between creating offense and then also being disciplined defensively?
Yeah, that's another great question. It's one of those things where this Anaheim Ducks team, they entered this season number 1 in goals per game. Well, now they're tied for 13th, 3.18 goals per game. And yeah, it's a balancing act, right? But you can't think about turning it over, right? You can't think about the risk. You just got to play that high risk, high reward mentality in hockey. And that's exactly what guys like Beckett Seneca have been playing all season long. Look, he's been trying to beat 3 guys on offensive zone entries. He's done it several times, 3-4 guys when his line mates are changing. It's just stuff that you don't really see, especially from a guy that young. So you got to have some serious guts to pull off a lot of the things that we've been seeing from him in particular all season long. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I've seen this Ducks team over this last 5-game win streak just box out with the best of them, sticks on the ice, heads on a swivel, making sure that they're eliminating the east-west passes, the seam plays. Not a whole lot of those types of passes have gone through, even against a high-caliber team last game in the Colorado Avalanche. They're not allowing a ton of second and third opportunities after each play and stoppages. You don't see anyone on the inside. Ratko Gudas and company are keeping everyone on the outside, keeping shots for the most part of the outside. That's another thing. They're blocking a ton of shots, even keeping up with the best shot-blocking teams in the league. They're on the other side. So, look, this is a Ducks team that they're really, I feel like, finding out what it takes to play a complete 60-plus minute hockey game. They're really putting it all together despite these injuries, and I think it bodes very well for heading into Olympic break and even this playoff push. They are solidifying how you have to play playoff hockey.
Yeah, it's really coming at a good time as this is game number 51 tonight for this Ducks team. And we were talking about him in the last segment. Lukas Dostal, he was the star of Wednesday's game. And Tim, for you, just getting to see how he was in the net, what was so impressive about him in that game?
Well, he was on high alert the whole night and stood on his head. He was very, very good. And it was really funny to watch the reactions of some of the Avalanche on the bench, because he was just turning aside great, not just good, but great scoring chances. You were there. You were down on ice level. You saw it too.
Yep.
And looking at the bench and looking at some of the folks, some of the officials up in the booth, watching their reactions, they were just stunned at his performance. His best performance of the year, just one shot away from a shutout. But the shot that went in behind him, he just missed it with the webbing of his glove. He was lined up for it. He saw it, but it just missed his glove and went in behind him. But other than that, he was just absolutely terrific. And, they're going to ride him again tonight while he's hot.
Yeah, it makes sense to give him the start in that tonight in Seattle. And as we turn our attention to this Kraken team, as we wrap up our pregame show, Emerson, what are some of Seattle's strengths heading into this game?
Well, from a team stat perspective, power play percentage percentage, not bad. 23.4%. That's 9th in the show. How about their discipline? Penalty minutes, 7.6 per game. That's 8th. So the Anaheim Ducks, they got to make sure that they don't take the last swipe after whistles and make sure they stay disciplined. And look, this is the Seattle Kraken team where you just look at their player individual stats. Look, when Vince Dunn, a defenseman, has 31 points. The next in line as far as leader, Matty Beniers with 32. Look, certain situations, Colorado's, of course, Islanders with Schaefer, those are exceptions. But when your defenseman is one of the team leaders, or if not just in that discussion of top 2, top 3, it in a situation like Seattle, it just means that they're not getting the production that teams at the top of these divisions have. And so they're lacking that finishing ability. They're lacking production, goal scoring. I was talking to JT Brown, obviously a former member of the Anaheim Ducks, and now he's in the analyst role. But he just said, look, we're having slow starts. Oftentimes we're getting scored first on, but they're coming back in the second and third. So the Anaheim Ducks got to be careful with the second and third periods for the Seattle Kraken.
Emmer, good to see your old friend as well, and not a friend during the game, of course, here tonight. Ducks and Kraken taking the ice here soon. You can join Tim and Emerson on the other side of this commercial break as they will bring you the coverage of this game tonight in Seattle. And thank you for listening to the pregame show on Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
Since 1894, Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water has been there for you, with naturally occurring electrolytes for a crisp taste, sourced from springs in and west of the Rockies, refreshing our everyday moments, and now proudly hydrating the Anaheim Ducks. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water, nothing else.
Remember when instant connection meant just one push? Hytera brings it back with modern puck radios that deliver crystal clear nationwide communication. Whether coordinating fleets or large facilities, Hytera puck radios deliver reliable communication that keeps your team talking anytime, anywhere. Stay connected, stay efficient, stay ahead with Hytera puck radios. Visit hytera.us today. That's hytera.us.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. JD Power ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store and online. And now, the more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Limited time. For JD Power 2025 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Check it out at the Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Busy schedule? Hey, FlexPans are available now to let you choose the games that you want. Select 7 or more games to save big and get discounts on concessions and merch. Visit AnaheimDucks.com/FlexPans.
You're listening to Duckstream, the official 24/7 audio home of the Anaheim Ducks. Anaheim Ducks hockey is brought to you by UCI Health. At UCI Health, we stop at nothing to prevent, treat, and cure cancer. Visit ucihealth.org/stopatnothing. Thank you for listening to this exclusive broadcast of Anaheim Ducks hockey. Up next on Duckstream.
You know, I really like what they're doing in Anaheim.
Could be that dark horse out in the West.
Quenneville at the helm in Orange County this year. Everybody knows Verbeek wants to make the playoffs next year, and everybody knows that they are big game hunting.
Big year not only for the hockey club, the expectations are win now.
This energy around the team, you can feel it.
Anaheim gets it, score! Great control! Leo Carlson, they score! What a blast, Brian Stroh from way downtown. What a beauty.
What a night it's been for Mason McTavish. 5 goals in his last 3 games. He said that the team is just playing connected.
to the broadcast booth. Here's Steve Carroll and Emerson Edom.
Live from Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, Washington, the Anaheim Ducks visit the Seattle Kraken. Hi again, everybody. Tim Everett sitting in for Steve Carroll this week. Emerson Edom alongside. Alexis Downey back in our studios in Southern California. The Kraken 22-18-9. And the Ducks 26-21-3. The Ducks trying to find a way to solve the Kraken. They've lost twice to them, both by 3-1 scores back on the 9th of October, opening the season here, and on the 22nd of December back in Anaheim. Capacity crowd here tonight as the Kraken take the ice, and the Ducks now taking the ice off to our right. Keys to the game, Emerson.
Tonight's keys to the game is driven by your helpful SoCal Honda dealers. It's just one more way they're being helpful. Tonight's Honda, the keys of the game are, number one, Ducks need to keep going straight into the fire. Over the last 5 Ducks wins, Ducks have been gapping up, taking the opposition's real estate away in all 3 zones. Tonight can't be any different here in Seattle. Number 2, hungry is the term I'd use to describe this Ducks team on this 5-game heater. Ducks got to continue to be the hungrier team for the full 60-plus minute hockey game. Number 3, if the power play can pop at least one, Ducks would make winning this game a lot easier. And can't promise that we're going to get the starters to you, but if we do, we'll have them to you momentarily. Tonight's officials are referees TJ Luxmore and Grady Hamilton, linesmen CJ Murray and Trent Orr.
Goaltenders, we can tell you who's starting there. Lucas Dostal back in net for the Ducks. And Dostal 17-12-2, a .304 goals against average. Philip Grubauer gets the start. The Kraken had been alternating goaltenders, Joey Decord and Philip Grubauer. And this was Decord's turn tonight, but head coach Lane Lambert decided to go with Grubauer instead, as he has had success as well as Decord against the Ducks. Grubauer makes his 20th start. He's 10-4-3 with a goals against average of .237. Teams are lined up at the blue lines, getting ready to go. We'll turn it over to Chet Buchanan, local PA announcer.
In partnership with Starbucks tonight, we honor a service member who served in the United States Navy. In 1994, he earned a Navy ROTC scholarship and served in a multitude of operational and staff positions during 30 years of active duty, including numerous overseas deployments. His final assignment was in Monterey, California in 2024, as he transitioned to the Navy's retired officers list with a final rank of captain. Please welcome Captain Paul Dale. Singing the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome our anthem singer, Tommy Burton.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in them, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Just about set for this one. Anaheim Ducks hockey on the Ducks Radio Network is brought to you by UCI Health. Discover how a marsh can be healing. Get ready for a place born of the healing powers of breakthroughs and tranquility. This is where community meets innovation, where game-changing research takes place beside soul-affirming nature, all in the name of a healthier Orange County. Discover the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. And Hytera US Incorporated. Hytera POC radios deliver instant, reliable communication nationwide for every industry. Explore solutions that work. Visit Hytera.us today.
Tonight's starters are in. Starting for the good guys, your Anaheim Ducks. On the front end, Alex Lauren, Mikhail Granlund, and Beckett Seneca. On the back end, Jack Lacombe and Jacob Trouba. And in net goaltender, Lukas Dostal. Come on, Dosty. Starting for the bad guys, the Seattle Kraken. On the front end, Jared McCann, Matty Beniers, and Jordan Eberle. On the back end, Vince Dunn and Adam Larson. And in net goaltender, Philip Grubauer.
Face-off center ice. It'll be Granlund against Beniers. Ducks in their road whites with the orange numerals trimmed in black. The Kraken with black uniforms, black numbers, and kind of a glow-in-the-dark green around the numbers. So they've got their alternate jerseys on tonight. Play is in the Kraken zone. They're looking to work it out to center. Kicks off the skate of Eberle and down to the left corner boards in the Anaheim end. Jackson Lacombe on defense. Sends it up the middle, nearly taken away. It's loose right side as the Kraken put it behind the net. Eberle holding. Eberle looking for a pass into slot. Beniers save made by Dostal.
What a stop by the Dostal. A big-time slot area opportunity there. Weak side for Beniers. What a save.
Granlund gets it ahead. Ducks shoot in. They go cross corner and get a change on. Granlund stays on the forecheck. Viel is on. He bumps his man into the wall. They jam for the puck in the right wing corner. Sent behind the net. Larson on defense for Seattle. Sends it ahead now to Tolvanen. Tolvanen lost it in the neutral zone. Ahead to Gauthier. Gauthier over the line right side speeding it. He shoots. He scores! Cutter Gauthier! His 22nd goal of the year. And the Ducks are on the board 1:02 into the hockey game.
The speed was just too much to handle. The shot was just too quick. And that shot was so pinpoint, picking the near side corner, far side from Cutter Gauthier's vantage point, right over the right pad of Grubauer. What a snipe.
1-0 is Gauthier, the Ducks' leading goal scorer. As the Ducks win the ensuing faceoff, and it's loose along the near side wall. Jansen Harkins behind the net, wrap around a tip. Kick out save made by Grubauer. Kreider, it's held in right side by Hellison. Hellison and Minchikov on defense for the Ducks right now. Seattle looks to work it out of their own end. Montour sends it to center, gets the return feed, rolls off his stick blade. Back to the Ducks, Minchikov.
Well, you got a hunch that the Seattle Kraken team slightly deflated. They have been having difficulties scoring the first goal of the game. Well, here tonight, they get scored on first again.
It'll be Gauthier, his 23rd from Viel, his first assist, and Minchikov, his 8th. 1:02 the time of the Ducks' goal. And when they do score first, their record is 15-5-0. So the record very good when they get the first tally of the game. Evans back at his own line for Seattle at the red line, shoots in, and that'll be from beyond the red line. So icing the call, and it comes back in the Seattle zone with 17:52 to go in the first. 1-0 Anaheim.
Yeah, you could just feel something was brewing there before the puck touch. Far side dot lane in the neutral zone. Cutter Gauthier just accepts that beautiful stretch pass there, and then he catches the defender flat-footed before a little hesitation fake and a quick snipe. I'm still thinking about it, Tim. What a shot.
Granlund and Shane Wright face off stick side of Grubauer in the Seattle zone. Waiting for the puck to drop. Finally it does. Ducks win the draw. Seneca turns it around. Lacombe tries a shot. Deflects off Killorn over to the right side half wall. Loose at center ice. Jamming for it there is Lacombe. He sends it back to Trouba. Trouba cross ice at the red line. Seneca steps in across the line, left wing. Seneca near the hash mark, angles it off the board. It's intercepted though. Winterton has it. Winterton skating with Gaudreau and Melanson. Gaudreau heading toward the net. Puck is in behind the net, rolled up the wall, not out. Held in by Vince Dunn on defense. He rings it back around the zone, left to right. In behind the net. Gaudreau waiting for a pass in front, doesn't come. Now Dunn left point, shoots. It's just wide of the goal. Now it's backhanded and taken away. And out of the center red line, that is shot in by Killorn. Killorn playing in his 1,001st NHL game tonight.
And now the Ducks, they need to not take that foot off the pedal, right? They got to continue that pressure, that momentum, and they got to continue to use their speed, as we saw Cutter Gauthier use on that goal, the lone goal so far of the game. Just taking that puck with authority. That's part of puck management, along with not obviously turning the puck over, but good stuff.
Yeah, face-off stick side of Grubauer after an icing call. Paling will take the draw with Matty Beniers. First warning issued. And now the puck drops, and Paling wins it. Gauthier sends it back near side point. Minchikov rolls it off the inboards behind the net. Beniers picks it up for Seattle, trying to wrap it around the far side wall. He is bumped by Paling. Puck still loose in the Seattle end. Very deep in the Seattle end, beyond the goal line now, as Dunn is worked on by the forechecking Cutter Gauthier. Loose puck, center ice, pushed ahead of the line. Viel tried to go cross ice to the right. Play broken up, and the Ducks have it back in their own zone. Well, the Ducks shoot in. They'll get a change on. Larson back with it for Seattle. His pass ahead to Eberle, broken up by Zellweger. Zellweger chasing the puck along the near side wall. Eberle collects it, brings it around the dasher to the left wing. A jam for it there with Kreider. And finally picked up and sent all the way down by Harkins. Harkins in there. McTavish not in the lineup. In fact, Joel Quenneville told us this morning that he went back to Southern California to get checked out of an upper body injury that happened very late before the game against Colorado. So he may or may not rejoin the team on this trip. They're hopeful that he will. Harkins right side, dishes into the corner. Waiting for it was Chandler Stevenson, the centerman, as he gloves it down and skates through center ice down the right wing side, chased by Zellweger. Zellweger overskated him for just a moment. The puck cleared out and all the way down into the Seattle zone. Touched somebody on the way, so icing gets washed out. 15-14 to go, opening period, 1-0 Ducks on the goal by Cutter Gauthier. Now Seattle left wing side, centering feed, Beniers. Nobody home for the Kraken. At the line, Ryan Lindgren, right point, shoots in deep. Loose on the left wing corner boards. The Ducks physical in the early going, Emmer.
Yeah, they really are. And as to be expected, this game has just been absolutely back and forth. Not a ton of high danger scoring chances between both teams, of course, besides the goal for the Anaheim Ducks. But here comes Alex Killorn.
Yeah, Killorn nearly with a breakaway, but heading back there, the Seattle defense to take it away. Capo Kakko, the former New York Ranger, got it across to Jaden Schwartz, left wing. In behind the net, goes to the right side now, and it is knocked out by the Ducks to center ice. Seneca flips it into the left wing corner boards. Killorn to chase. Dunn able to slide it over to Larson. Larson being forechecked by Granlund. Puck out to center, skating with it Helleson. Helleson turned around. He'll fire it onside, angling off the left side boards. Killorn, drop pass for Granlund. Back behind the net, Killorn rolls off his stick, and Schwartz took it away.
Since the Anaheim Ducks have scored, it's been really troubling to maintain offensive zone pressure time. There's been a lot of quick exits despite having very aggressive and relentless forechecks, so they got to have more sustained offensive pressure.
Melanson added to the lineup today. Now at the right point, Montour. Montour, originally drafted by the Ducks. He centers, goes off the stick of Viel. Still loose in the Ducks' end. Left wing picked up by Palin. He'll shove it out to center. It's sliding off the near side wall for Gauthier. Gauthier drops it back, and Zellweger goes rink wide to Radko Gudas, tipped in by Viel. And the Ducks will head for a change with 13:20 on the game clock here in the first period.
And even right there, Radko Gudas, he tries a slap and almost a stretch tip pass that doesn't get fully into the offensive zone corner. And that's just one of those game within the game areas where those pucks got to get all the way in the corner in order to get it back.
Tipped at the red line, but a whistle. And a faceoff coming with 13:03 remaining in the opening period. We'll take a timeout. It's the Ducks 1, Kraken nothing. You're listening to Anaheim Ducks hockey on Duck Stream, powered by TuneIn.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place, where stacks of pancakes with bacon and eggs are just $6 every day. French toast, sausage, and eggs are, you guessed it, $6. And fluffy omelets come with a side of pancakes and only cost $6. Go to your happy plates every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations. Available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
And we're out. Back in 60.
Hey, what are you eating? Chimichurri filet mignon. It's a Factor meal. Oh, nice. Wait, they let you eat like that in the pros? Oh, they insist on it. A pro's work starts on the plate. Oh, man, that does look good. Let me have a taste? Get your own. All right. Where do I find this? Is it factormeals.com? Yep, and they've got a deal going on. Oh, love a deal. I am so in. Smart move. Pro move. All right. Factor. Eat like a pro.
ESPN presents the NHL Stadium Series in a most unexpected place. A hockey takeover of Tampa, Florida and Raymond James Stadium, where the Boston Bruins collide with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Two teams take their shot at a one-of-a-kind game. The 2026 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Bruins, Lightning, Sunday, February 1st at 6:30 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Hey guys, good news for you, Ducks fans. The Anaheim Ducks are currently up on top in this one. 1-0 over the Seattle Kraken. 13:03 remaining in the first period. No, it's smart, saving money. You know what's even smarter? Switching to Mercury Insurance, where it's easy to save $100 without sacrificing quality. Plus, your policies are just a tap away with the Mercury app. Shop smart. Get a quote today at mercuryinsurance.com.
Face-off coming at center ice. 1-0 Ducks. Cutter Gauthier, his 23rd goal of the season. Beniers for the Kraken and Harkins for the Ducks, and the Kraken win the draw. And the Kraken skating up ice left to right. Picked up by Jackson Lacombe, the Olympian defenseman, along with Jacob Trouba. Working back at the Ducks line. Eberle holds in left wing. Sent in behind the Ducks goal. Lacombe there to slap it around the boards. Doesn't clear it out. But it is pushed out as Harkins went over there. Sent it all the way down. And it touched somebody on the way, so icing washed out again. Now it's Jared McCann with Beniers. And the puck rolls up over the dasher board into the bench area of the Kraken. So face-off coming just inside the Seattle line. I think it's going to be inside the line. Let's see where the linesman lines up here. 12:32 left in the opening period. 1-0 Ducks.
And if you're just joining us, Matty Beniers had an unbelievable high-danger scoring opportunity and a big-time left pad stop by Lukas Dostal. That was their best chance of the game. And then, of course, Cutter Gauthier for the Ducks. It's a tally on the board. But other than that, a lot of the passes, maybe not connecting the way that both teams obviously would like. It's been back and forth, but I look forward to this game being a little bit sharper.
Seattle wins the draw in their own zone. Immediately get it down right wing side of the Ducks end, crashing into the end boards. Puck is loose. Hellison, along with Ian Moore, trying to get it out. Lead pass ahead to Johnston. Now Moore right near the red line in front of the Ducks bench on the far side of the ice, being pushed up against the wall by Melanson. Now Melanson and Moore shove each other, and the puck rides free. Melanson lost his stick. He heads to the bench. Puck loose, and it goes beyond the end line. That'll be picked up by Riker Evans on defense for Seattle. Sends it ahead. Capo Kakko. Kakko across the line. Poke check free. Ian Moore picks it up. Moore sends it back to Gudas. Gudas will be representing the Czech Republic, as will Lukas Dostal. in the upcoming Olympic Games. Kyle Granlund will be there for Finland. Now, Seneca, Gudas right point. His slap shot blocked by Larson. In behind the net. Here is Granlund. Back up to the line, right point, Gudas. Gudas shovels it around the boards. Behind the net, Seneca to Granlund. Back up left point. Zellweger, right side. Gudas fakes the slapper. Backs into the slot. Seneca, turnaround shot and a save by Grubauer. Puck loose right wing. Cleared to the point. Gudas holds in by the hash marks. The Ducks working behind the net as Killorn watches it go back to the point. Gudas sends it around to the corner. Granlund there. Backhand feed. Killorn puts it on net, and Grubauer makes the glove stop. He freezes it to his left and forces a face-off with 10:58 remaining in the opening period, and the Ducks up 1-0.
The relentless demeanor showed on that last shift. The Killorn and Seneca, Mikael Granlund line. That was all started with the puck battle wins by Ian Moore. Him fighting off Melanson there right in front of the players' bench. That got to get the guys going there, and I know that led to the energy shown on that last sustained offensive pressure.
Ducks with a shot from the far circle. It was Gauthier. It's turned aside and loose puck out at center ice. Paling had won the faceoff. Right back to Gauthier, who let one fly. Now at the line, it is shot in left wing around the net and to the right wing side. Viel leaves it up to the line to Trouba. Trouba sends it in deep, but the Kraken are going to take it away. Montour headmans to Schwartz. Schwartz pushed it in across the line and behind the goal line. Now behind the net, Trouba sends it far side, and Ducks will take it away again. So the Ducks defense has been very good. Trying to get something in transition. Here's Lacombe, right circle to Viel. Puck rolled off his stick blade. Centering feed behind the net came from Paling.
Now what a look from Jackson Lacombe. He goes outside in with wide range, and then he's looking at Grubauer. Everyone thinks he's going to shoot it, and he goes far side dot lane to Viel. He just wasn't ready for that beautiful pass.
Beniers chasing behind the Ducks net. Kreider left it at the line. It's poked out to the neutral zone. Seattle regrouping along the near side boards. It's shot cross ice off the glass just above the half wall. Kreider got a stick on it. Beniers holds it in. Hellison chasing around, but it's picked up by Seattle. Centering pass. Beniers tried a shot blocked in front. And a nice job there by Jansen Harkins to block that shot. Beniers was open, but Harkins covered the lane and turned it around. Now Strome sends it back to the line. Center point. Zellweger's shot deflected. Oh, no, and it hit one of the Seattle Kraken who is down. It got him up high. Looked like Jared McCann. He was quickly back up on his feet. But McCann might have got that one a little bit high above the shoulders.
Well, I want to go back to that pass there by Jared McCann and his near side offensive zone corner as Matty Beniers was streaking in dot lane on the near side as well. A quality pass and a quality look for the Seattle Kraken.
Timeout on the ice, 9:22 to go. First period, Ducks 1, Kraken nothing. This is Anaheim Ducks hockey on Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
This December, we'll bring something amazing. A place where 1.2 million square feet of game-changing medicine meet 300 acres of tranquility. It's a place built for everyone in Orange County and designed just for you. Prepare to meet the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. World-class academic healthcare right here at home. Discover more at ucihealth.org/Irvine Hospital. Powered by UC Irvine.
Since 1894, Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water has been there for you, with naturally occurring electrolytes for a crisp taste, sourced from springs in and west of the Rockies, refreshing our everyday moments, and now proudly hydrating the Anaheim Ducks. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water, nothing else.
Introducing Lineage Watch Company, an independent American watch brand proudly owned and operated in Southern California. Designed, engineered, tested, and hand-assembled in the USA, Lineage watches are uniquely powered by American-built movements. Define your legacy today with a Lineage timepiece at lineagewatchco.com. That is lineagewatchco.com.
Become an Orange Alliance member today. You'll get the best seats, best savings, and best benefits all season long. Plus, new this year, parking is included. Find out more at AnaheimDucks.com/Orange Alliance.
Back in Seattle at Climate Pledge Arena, 1-0. Ducks with the lead. 9:22 to go, opening period. Washi will take the face-off for the Ducks. He'll work against Chandler Stevenson. Stevenson wins it and sends it all the way down to the Ducks end. It'll go to the right of the goal for icing. It'll come back for another face-off. Since 1894, Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water has been there for you with naturally occurring electrolytes for a crisp taste, sourced from springs in and west of the Rockies, refreshing our everyday moments and now proudly hydrating the Anaheim Ducks. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water, nothing else. Face-off stick side of Grubauer in the Seattle end. Gaudreau will draw against Harkins. Harkins waiting for the puck to come down. This time he battles for it, but Gaudreau wins it. Seattle controls. Lindgren behind the net. And they'll work it up ice into the neutral zone. And across the line. And in behind the net, still being chased around by Tolvanen. So Berkeley Catton, Chandler Stevenson, and Eli Tolvanen in the line for Seattle right now. Another whistle. And a face-off coming in the Anaheim end.
The zone sort-outs for the Anaheim Ducks, not only in this past 5-game win streak they're currently on, but I'd say the last 10 or 15 games really building up to this solid stretch of play. But just on that last play, you have Jansen Harkins track it back hard, going stick on puck and squeezing off Riker Evans right at the Anaheim Ducks defensive zone blue line. So those rush short-outs, the communication and the squeeze-offs have just been phenomenal.
Washi attempting to win the draw, still battling for the loose puck. Ducks will control quickly. Trouba back on the fence, pops it into the neutral zone. Washi down the right side, shoots in. Chasing after it is Johnston behind the net. Puck held in behind the net. But looks like a hand pass is going to be called. Washi was in the corner and he leaped up against the half wall to stop the puck with his hip, but apparently made a hand pass behind the net, so they're going to bring it out to center ice for a face-off. It'll be on the face-off dot just outside the Seattle line.
Well, funny enough, Ian Moore continued on with that play, proceeding to shoot the puck onto the Seattle Kraken's net, of course, in the pad of Philip Grubauer, and there was zero response from Shane Wright. If you're the Seattle Kraken, you want to see a response and saying, hey, don't shoot the puck after the whistle. That's a head-scratcher.
Trouba wraps it in around the right side corner, comes to the left wing. Granlund and Killorn waiting. Granlund in front, shot, save is made, Grubauer. Great pass from behind the net from Seneca to Grubauer, who was open between the circles, right near the hashes. On the left circle, he rifled one in on net, but Grubauer was ready for it.
Well, before Beckett Seneca collects his puck near side beneath the goal line, he has a sight line. He looks over his shoulder, he sees the play develop, and that's why that pass was so pinpoint, right in the wheelhouse of Mikhail Granlund.
Seattle controls the ensuing face-off in the Kraken end. Now thrown up in the air to center ice, knocked down by Beniers. Eberle behind the net, kicks the puck into the right side corner. Now in the circle, it is Beniers, taken away by the Ducks defense. Trouba skating with Lacombe, pass ahead Killorn across the red line. Flips it right wing, deflected in underneath the circle. Behind the net it goes. Seneca got a stick on it, but not enough. Rolled right off the blade. Here comes Beniers. Left side feed across the line. Here come the Kraken. A shot. That just goes wide as Capo Caco was there to take that shot. Now Killorn in the slot, taken away by Jamie Oleksiak. Oleksiak back on defense with Montour. And center ice, Ducks control. Spun around across the line. Seneca draws a crowd. He drew 4 defenders. And one of them got the stick on it and tipped it out to center ice, but Ducks still control. Lead pass Paling. Paling steps in left wing side, drops for Viel. Viel, left circle, shoots, stick save made Grubauer. Viel slides it around to the right side. Hellison will leave it for Gauthier. Now Minchikov. He centers. Back pass for Gauthier. It's tipped away by Eberle. Right side shot deflected up over the glass behind the net, into the netting, and out of play. Forcing a face-off with 7:12 to go in the opening period. Ducks with a 1-0 lead.
Well, in the initial entry, far side dot lane, you have Beckett Seneca. You mentioned drawing 4 skaters towards him, and that was a Another no-look pass. So some great deception shown by the Anaheim Ducks skaters here tonight. And unfortunately, that went off a back-checker's skate for the Seattle Kraken. You had a near-side Ryan Poehling who had an in-tight breakaway. And that's the type of confidence you want to see from the good guys the rest of the way.
Harkins and Wright on the face-off. Glove side of Grubauer, controlled by Seattle. Schwartz moves it in behind his own net for his defenseman Evans. Riker Evans works it up the boards, held in though by Kreider. Chased down on the forecheck by Harkins, along with Strome. Tipped out to center, but Kreider took it off the left leg, worked it over to Harkins. Harkins pass back to Gudas. Backhand feed Strome right wing. Strome outside the circle. Wrist shot, kick out, save made. Loose on the left side as Zellweger pinches into the corner. Pushes it behind the net for Strome. Strome played by the defenseman Ryan Lindgren. Lindgren can't do much with it. Zellweger, a shot inside the left circle. Save is made. Grubauer came out to cut down the angle. Held on and forces a face-off with 6:32 left in the first.
Well, that whole play developed on an entry started by Radko Gudas. And it was Jansen Harkins that somewhat put Radko Gudas in a vulnerable position, but Radko Gudas with a serious skate confidence, he gets that puck out of his skates to his stick and then goes far side to Ryan Strome. Ryan Strome with a great pass off pad from the far side and almost connects on the near side.
Washy wins the draw, stick side of Grubauer in the Seattle end. Jam for the puck left corner, finally slid around the wall and up to the right point. Trouba, wrist shot, stopped in front by Stevenson, tried a lead pass, but it was intercepted back by Trouba. Ducks trying to work it into the offensive end, and it was Ian Moore who was tripped up near the blue line. No penalty. Now Lacombe will shoot it in around the dasher board. Picked up on the left wing wall by Adam Larson. Larson angles it off the end boards as Seattle continues to try to work it out of their own end. Shots right now 9-2 in favor of the Ducks. Stevenson lead pass and a penalty coming up to the Ducks. It'll be on Killorn as he tripped up Melanson. Melanson was heading to the net on the left wing and Killorn tripped him up. Seattle to the power play when we return to Climate Pledge Arena. 5:43 left, first period. Ducks 1, Seattle nothing. This is Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
Helping people of SoCal isn't just what we do, it's who we are at your SoCal Honda dealers. Look for our team of helpful guys and gals in blue all year long. Helping by providing free gas, bringing meals to seniors, supporting teachers and veterans, handing out ice cream, and so much more. And that's not all. Every Honda dealership has sales teams ready to help you find your perfect Honda with a great deal. Search your local Honda dealer today.
After 10 years, Mana returns to Anaheim. 2 nights full of music, love, and rock and roll. Mana, Vivir United Tour at the Honda Center. Brand new production. All the hits, all the energy and passion of Mana live on stage. Honda Center, June 5th and 6th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel.
We're back in Seattle in the first period. Of course, the Ducks on the board first 2, and it's a goal from Cutter Gauthier, an assist from Jeffrey Viel. This is now the third game that they're together on that third line. And guys, they each have 3-game point streaks as well. Something about the number 3. So Gauthier now 3 goals and 1 assist through this stretch, and Viel 2 goals and 1 assist. And also, Viel's leading this Ducks team right now in shots on goal.
Well, he feels pretty comfortable, and he's showing it on the ice. And you know, Joel Quenneville this morning, Alexis, was talking about the impact that he has made so far, the impression that he has made, and certainly, Emmer, things have worked out pretty well so far since the Ducks made the trade with the Boston Bruins.
Oh, 100%. He's brought everything and more. And just what hasn't he done, right? He's played the 200-foot game. He's just been your textbook power forward, getting on the inside, just crushing guys on the forecheck, and he's been able to contribute on the score sheet as well.
Face off in the Duck zone, sticks out of Dostal. Right side, it's McCann as the power play begins. as Killorn is in the box. 2 minutes for hooking. 14-17, time of the penalty. And the power play unit for Seattle. Right out in front. Penalty killer. This was Granlund, rather. Granlund got it down the ice. As far as the power play goes, 23.4%. That's 10th in the NHL. 33 out of 141 for Seattle. As far as killing penalties, as Trouba wraps it all the way down. Killing penalties for the Ducks, they rank 22nd in the NHL. Nearly 78% of the time they'll kill off the enemy attack. 37 out of 167 have been the opposition against them with a man advantage. Now it's Beniers. Right circle just outside of it, up against the half wall. Zellweger had it tipped away, and the Ducks will clear. And chasing after it is Poehling. Short-handed bid. Poehling shoots. He scores! A short-handed goal! And the Ducks lead it 2-0. Ryan Poehling with his 4th goal of the season. And for the Ducks, that is their 7th short-handed goal as a team. Boy, what a play by Poehling.
What an unbelievable move. How about Ryan Poehling? He's got speed for days there as he grabs that puck near side neutral zone. He drops the shoulder, and what that does, he knows from the top of the circles to the blue paint, that's the time he has to decide whether he's got that lane to the net. He drops the shoulder, puts Vince Dunn behind him, goes backhand, back to forehand, shelf on the near side.
Unassisted goal. 15:23 the time of the shorthanded goal for Brian Poehling. 2-0 Ducks. Power play continues. Shot comes from Capo Caco right wing, but it's well wide right of the net. Ducks will intercept. Granlund gets it over to Tim Washy, who sends it all the way down. 28 seconds to go on the Killorn penalty. Montour goes rink wide right to left. Seattle back in the zone. Schwartz, right corner. Trouba holds him up there. Minchikov battling for the puck. It's cleared to the point, not out. Montour holds in, skates to the center point. Montour skates to the far point. Now trying to whip it low in the right wing circle for Shane Wright, but the pass was just way too hard and too far. Ducks will intercept and clear as the penalty is going to expire right now. And Killorn is out of the box. Teams at full strength. Seattle 0 for 1 on the power play.
Job well done for the Anaheim Ducks. Penalty kill. Not only do you have a short-handed tally, so that's a positive, of course, but just right in the face of the power play skaters for the Seattle Kraken, leaving them no time and space. That's on the half wall. That's up top, and that's around the bumper area. Such good stuff.
It's the 7th shorthanded goal allowed by the Kraken this year against them, so that's a lot. And for the Ducks, it was about this time last year they got their first shorthanded goal, but they've got 7 of them on the season. One of the top teams in the NHL in that category right now. Puck loose in the Anaheim end, goes behind the net. Trouba pinned up against the wall. And the puck now will be freed out towards center ice. Lacombe got a stick on it. Now Kreider back to Lacombe. He carries in. Lacombe stops up hash marks left wing circle, whips it on its edge around the net. And over to the right side wall. Trouba pushes it toward the goal. Loose off the end boards. It'll be taken back by the Kraken. Evans gets it ahead to Gaudreau. Gaudreau cross corner dump right to left. Picked up by Trouba. Trouba with Lacombe will wind up play with 2:25 to go in the first period. Ducks with a 2-0 lead. Loose in behind the goal line now. Granlund holds his man up. Cleared past the point, and Hellison will have to chase with Stevenson tracking him. Now at center. Coming across the blue line. Offside was Berkeley Catton. So Catton came in offside. One of his teammates was already in the zone. So the puck will come out to center for a faceoff with 2:13 left.
Well, it didn't amount to anything, but how about Beckett Seneca taking the hit to make the play? It was Jacob Melanson who went stick on puck shoulder on shoulder. But the simple fact that Beckett Seneca continues to have that dog mentality, accepting hits to just make his line mates better. It's such good stuff.
Ducks controlling the draw momentarily, but it's loose right side in their own end. In the corner, big hit by Hellison on Beniers. Left point held in. No, it squirts free. And the Kraken trying to recover, but Biel tips it deep into the Kraken zone left side. Now Gauthier, a shot right past they made. Rebound for Yell. He is stoned right there by the stick paddle of Grubauer.
That was a similar shot as we saw earlier from Mikhail Granlund, and opening up halfway was Viel. He let a howitzer of a one-timer go. Big-time stop by Grubauer.
Here's Montour behind his own goal. Boy, heavy pressure on the forecheck that time by Washi. Kicked out to center ice. Schwartz down the right side. He feeds a man, but it goes out to center. Montour is going to have to regroup for Seattle. Seattle with just 2 shots on goal. They're being outshot right now 12-2 by the Ducks. Wright steps over the line right side. Wright holding, backhands against the wall, gives it right back to the Ducks. Washi trying to center, but it's deflected into the Seattle end. Less than a minute to go in the opening frame here in Seattle.
Yeah, you just mentioned the shots on goal totals for both squads. A lot of that has to do with just the sheer work ethic. The Seattle Kraken team being extremely frustrated just by the sheer in-your-face mentality defensively thrown on them by the Anaheim Ducks.
Gudas gets a second chance to clear it out. Glove down by Kreider along his own line. Pushed past the center red line up against the near side glass. Now Strome. He'll push it in down the left wing boards. Chasing is Harkins into the corner. Harkins spun around there. Kreider alone behind the net looking for a backhand feed in front. It's not available to him now. Riker Evans closed it off. Puck comes up the near side wall, intercepted Gaudreau, but he can't clear it out. Lacombe sends it back in deep. 12 seconds to go in the period. Out to center it goes, and here comes Gaudreau. He fires it from long distance, and an easy save right on the Ducks logo by Dostal. Got him right in the chest, and an offside call just as time expires in period number 1, and some tempers starting to flare just a little bit down there in front of the Ducks bench area. But first period in the books, and the Ducks with goals by Cutter Gauthier, his 23rd from Viel and Minchikov at 1:02, and then Ryan Poehling, a shorthanded goal. They've added an assist on that. Initially it was an unassisted goal, but they've added an assist to Ian Moore. It'll be Moore's 6th assist, 15:24 the time of the Ducks goal.
Well, this has been a hard-working team since first period puck drop here, and they just slowly started to get their confidence as far as making plays. But I tell you what, just heads-up hockey being played there. How about Lukas Dostal? It's situational awareness. He knows that time is ticking down. He doesn't just freeze that and opt for a defensive zone draw. No, he passes along, continues on until that first period buzzer sounds. Don't you go anywhere. We're set to speak with Cutter Gauthier here coming up. So forward to hearing his thoughts on that first 20 minutes of play.
Well, Cutter Gauthier leads the Ducks in goals, 23 now. He has points in 3 straight games, and he got it going really early tonight, just 62 seconds into the hockey game. And Cutter Gauthier joins Emma right now.
Yep, Cutter, what a goal there. Take us back through that first play. We're still waiting. Thought we heard some.
He was there. We'll get Cutter here momentarily. But he was there just a second ago. Something happened. Yeah, we're here. So 2-0 Ducks. So we have a technical issue. We're gonna have to do it another time. Sorry about that, folks. But Cutter Gauthier with his 23rd goal of the season. 2-0. Ducks with the lead. We'll take a timeout. We have reached our first intermission report. We'll be back to Climate Pledge Arena in a moment, right after this on Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
We've been overindulging a little more than usual over the holidays. But now, we are starting the new year off on a healthier note by taking active liver supplements from New Nordic every day. So if better health, more energy, and detoxing your body are some of your priorities this year, get Active Liver today and start the year off knowing you're giving your liver some well-deserved relief.
Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com. Or pick some up today at your local CVS, ShopRite, Meijer Grocery, are now available at Wegmans.
Back in 60.
Are you really eating during the commercial break?
You bet. These Factor meals keep my head in the game.
Oh, yeah? So what do you got there?
This year's filet mignon and creamy Parmesan shrimp. With Factor, I get chef-prepared, dietitian-approved meals delivered weekly. Perfect for pros like us.
Oh, so you're a pro now, too?
Box says Factor, eat like a pro. So, yeah.
I think it's time for you to share a bite like a pro.
No. Get your own at factormeals.com. Factor, eat like a pro.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Really smart. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I left the pizza box on top of my car before driving home. Not smart. Oh, and a semi just turned my deep dish into a thin crust.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
After 10 years, Mana returns to Anaheim. 2 nights full of music, love, and rock and roll. Mana, Vivir's Ignited Tour at the Honda Center. Brand new production, all the hits, all the energy and passion of Mana live on stage. Honda Center, June 5th and 6th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel.
It's not too late to become an Orange Alliance member for the 2025-26 Anaheim Ducks season. As a member, you'll receive first dibs on the best available locations, savings off tickets, discounts on concessions and merchandise, an exclusive OA member vest, and new this year, parking is included. Find out how to join at anaheimducks.com/Orange Alliance.
This is the first intermission report on Duckstream, the official 24/7 audio home of Anaheim Ducks hockey.
Welcome back to tonight's intermission report, brought to you by UCI Health. Ducks with a 2-0 lead over Seattle. The new UCI Health Irvine will bring coastal and South Orange County unparalleled expertise, leading-edge treatments, and the finest evidence-based care that only an academic health system can offer. Discover more at ucihealth.org/Irvine Hospital. Apologies again for not being able to bring you Cutter Gauthier, who is standing by down there. A technical issue. Sorry, nothing we could do about it. But it's 23rd goal for him. Ryan Poehling, his 4th. It was a shorthanded tally. And the Ducks, as well as they've gotten off to this start, when they lead after the first period, their record this season is 10-2-0. So that's a good trend. But also keep in mind the defensive effort. The amount of times that they have been able to get a stick in a passing lane, break up a pass, dig the puck out of the corner and get it down ice. I mean, it really, the first period here defensively, they have been very, very solid.
Just playing that in-your-face style of hockey, and it's a little bit of old school, right? It's chippy. It's just that dog mentality that it's proven to be so difficult for the opposition, which, of course, is these Seattle Kraken team. So this is a perfect time to get to our first intermission, first impression, presented by Impressions, the official signage partner of the Anaheim Ducks and Honda Center, where my first intermission, first impression is none other than Cutter Gauthier. Look, I could give it to Ryan Poehling. I could give it to, of course, Lukáš Dostal. Both those other guys have been tremendous so far in this game, but how about the guy who set the tone, who grabbed that puck far side dot lane in the neutral zone, grabbed it with such confidence. You could just tell that something positive was going to come out of it, and he had the wide speed. He, a lot like Ryan Poehling on that follow-up goal, dropped that shoulder, a little shimmy, a quick 1-2 stick handle, and then puts it far side from his vantage point, near side from the booth here, right over the right pad of Grubauer. Such good stuff. And, well, let's look at other areas of some good play from Cutter Gauthier. So he's got that 1 goal on 2 shots on goal, and then he's got 1 hit. He's also just playing well defensively, too. Great stick on puck and just great compete level overall. Other Ducks skaters playing very positively right now. Jeffrey Viel, how about his 3 shots on goal? He's got 1 hit, so he continues to play solid. And as Tim just mentioned, fortunate technical difficulties there, but I was going to ask just about the chemistry brewing between VL and Gauthier. So I look forward to speaking with him about that a little bit further down the line. How about with 2 block shots? It's Pavel Mintyukov, so he's been super hungry so far in this game. Let's turn our sights to the Seattle Kraken. Matty Beniers, he had probably the best chance early on for his squad. A big-time left pad stop by Lukas Dostal. And Matty Beniers finished with 1 shot on goal. He also was 3-2 in the faceoff circle, good for 60% win percentage. Another guy for the Kraken, dynamite in the faceoff circle with an 80% win percentage on 4-1 record is Chandler Stevenson. Last but not least, another guy who has really shown well in the faceoff circle. 2-0, 100%, 1 shot on goal is Freddie Gareau. Let's turn our sights to some team stats here. Some stats in which the Anaheim Ducks are boding well in. Well, they are leading in the giveaways as far as not giving the puck away as much as the Seattle Kraken. The Seattle Kraken with 4, the Anaheim Ducks with 3. And last but not least, the Anaheim Ducks, they're heavily outshooting the Seattle Kraken by a 12-3 margin. Before I send it back to Tim, Orange Country, it's time to mask on. The mask pack includes a ticket to an upcoming game, a Wild Wings mask, and journal parking. This offer isn't available anywhere else, so check out the list of games and secure your ticket pack now at AnaheimDucks.com/mask-on.
Well, we count you down to the first intermission here, 2-0. The Ducks with the lead over Seattle. When we return on our first intermission report, Emmer's going to run down the out-of-town scores, see what's happening around the National Hockey League, maybe a couple of news and notes as well, before we have the second period face-off. Score, Ducks 2, Seattle 0. This is Anaheim Ducks hockey on Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
This December will bring something amazing. A place where 1.2 million square feet of game-changing medicine meet 300 acres of tranquility. It's a place built for everyone in Orange County and designed just for you. Prepare to meet the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. World-class academic healthcare right here at home. Discover more at ucihealth.org/Irvine Hospital. Powered by UC Irvine.
It's not too late to become an Orange Alliance member for the 2025-26 Anaheim Ducks season. As a member, you'll receive first dibs on the best available locations, savings off tickets, discounts on concessions and merchandise, and an exclusive OA member vest. And new this year, parking is included. Find out how to join at AnaheimDucks.com/Orange Alliance.
Helping people of SoCal isn't just what we do, it's who we are at your SoCal Honda dealers. Look for our team of helpful guys and gals in blue all year long, helping by providing free gas, bringing meals to seniors, supporting teachers and veterans, handing out ice cream, and so much more. And that's not all. Every Honda dealership has sales teams ready to help you find your perfect Honda with the great deal. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Introducing Lineage Watch Company, an independent American watch brand proudly owned and operated in Southern California. Designed, engineered, tested, and hand-assembled in the USA, Lineage watches are uniquely powered by American-built movements. Define your legacy today with a Lineage timepiece at lineagewatchco.com. That is lineagewatchco.com.
Invite all your favorite people to the next Ducks home game at Honda Center. Host your guests in a private suite, and the memories you'll create with them will last a lifetime. Amenities include comfortable space for anywhere from 15 to as many as 40 friends, a hefty food and beverage credit, access to all the amenities at the club level, reserved parking, and much more. For inquiries, visit hondacenter.com/rental suites.
Out-of-town Scoreboard is presented by Hytera US Inc., the most advanced and reliable talk radio with nationwide coverage. The Philadelphia Flyers 3, Colorado Avalanche 3 in Denver. That's end of the second period. Washington Capitals 1, Calgary Flames 1 out of Calgary into the second period. New Jersey Devils 1, Vancouver Canucks nothing out of Vancouver into the first period. New York Rangers 1, San Jose Sharks 3 out of San Jose into the first period. Vegas Golden Knights 6, Toronto Maple Leafs 3 is your final out of Toronto. We'll get to more of that game here coming up. And Tampa Bay Lightning 2, Chicago Blackhawks 1 is your final out of a shootout out of Chicago, Illinois. And last but not least, the St. Louis Blues 2, Dallas Stars 3 out of Dallas is the final there. Let's get to some news and notes from around the National Hockey League. Bo Horvat skated with the New York Islanders at practice this morning for the first time since suffering a lower body injury against the Utah Mammoth on January 1st. Oh boy, an unfortunate gym accident. Toronto Maple Leafs head coach Craig Berube, he was sporting a major gash on his forehead, and the media, the media was asking him questions. It was quite the sight, and we're wishing him a speedy recovery. Toronto Maple Leafs goaltender Anthony Stolarz returned from an upper body injury tonight against the Vegas Golden Knights in a game that also marked Mitch Marner's return to Toronto, with the former Leaf receiving boos nearly every time he touched the puck. Edmonton Oilers captain Connor McDavid said he needs to bring a greater sense of urgency to set the tone for his team following last night's 6-2 loss to the Pittsburgh Penguins. In quotations, urgency starts with me, McDavid told the media. He goes on to say, the last 2 games, probably not my best. I can be better. When I'm better, usually the whole group responds. So that starts there. Sense of urgency, it can even start in practice. See if his game trends in the right direction, or at least to his standards. Last but not least, Evgeny Malkin believes current form proves he's not done yet. He goes on to say, I try to do my best because I knew I want to play, like I want one more year. Malkin told the media after last night's 6-2 win over the Edmonton Oilers. He went on to say, I want to show I'm still a good player. I want everybody to see I can play next year. It's my goal right now. Good news, 2-0 for the good guys. We have second period puck drop coming your way after this commercial break. Thanks for listening to Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
ESPN presents the NHL Stadium Series in a most unexpected place. A hockey takeover of Tampa, Florida and Raymond James Stadium, where the Boston Bruins collide with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Two teams take their shot at a one-of-a-kind game. The 2026 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Bruins, Lightning, Sunday, February 1st at 6:30 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Since 1894, Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water has been there for you, with naturally occurring electrolytes for a crisp taste, sourced from springs in and west of the Rockies, refreshing our everyday moments, and now proudly hydrating the Anaheim Ducks. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water, nothing else.
Visit EastonLawFirm.com and score big, Orange County's premier injury firm and official personal injury attorneys of the Anaheim Ducks. At Easton & Easton, our family of litigators has more than 100 years combined experience fighting the insurance companies in all types of injury accidents. With our family, every case is personal and handled by an actual attorney. Call to speak with an attorney today at 1-833-EASTONS. That's 1-833-EASTONS. Let our family help yours at EastonLawFirm.com.
Visit EastonLawFirm.com to score big, official personal injury attorneys of the Anaheim Ducks.
Remember when instant connection meant just one push? Hytera brings it back with modern puck radios that deliver crystal clear nationwide communication. Whether coordinating fleets or large facilities, Hytera puck radios deliver reliable communication that keeps your team talking anytime, anywhere. Stay connected, stay efficient, stay ahead with Hytera puck radios. Visit Hytera.us today. That's HYTERA.us.
Rain-X wipers are the #1 wiper blades in America. That means all kinds of drivers choose Rain-X. Big drivers in small cars choose Rain-X. Small drivers in big cars choose Rain-X. Drivers with long hair and short commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with short hair and long commutes choose Rain-X. Drivers with pets on board, babies on board, and bored babies on board choose Rain-X. Basically, drivers who love a clear view of the road all choose Rain-X wipers, the #1 wiper blades in America.
Ducks fans, make your next game a one to remember with a private suite. food, drinks, and more for you, and up to 40 friends are available to book today. For inquiries, visit hondacenter.com/rental suites.
Anaheim Ducks hockey on the Ducks Radio Network, brought to you by UCI Health. Discover how a marsh can be healing. Get ready for a place born of the healing powers of breakthroughs and tranquility. This is where community meets innovation, where game-changing research takes place beside soul-affirming nature, all in the name of a healthier Orange County. Discover the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. Getting set for the start of the second period at Climate Pledge Arena with Emerson Edom, Tim Neverett sitting in for Steve Carroll this week. Steve will be back when the Ducks return home. 2-0. Gauthier and Paling the goals. Paling's coming short-handed, so nothing carries over. No penalties here heading into the second period. Teams will be skating at even strength. I guess the message in the dressing room from Joel Quenneville must have been, hey, boys, more of the same here in period 2.
Well, and continue to be cocky with your moves in order to you scoring goals. I mean, how about the confidence and the sheer ice in your veins mentality from Cutter Gauthier and the follow-up from Brian Paling? I mean, you don't really see too many back-to-back goals in that spectacular fashion.
Ducks will be heading up ice left to right. Again, they're in their white road uniforms, trimmed in orange and black. And the black on black, trimmed in teal for the Kraken, who win the draw to start period 2. They push it in behind Dostal in the Ducks' end. Quick feed out through center ice, out to the neutral zone. Collected by Larson, angles it off the far side boards. Beniers tips in. Eberle chasing after it, but it's picked up by Jackson Lacombe. Lacombe on defense for the Ducks, slides it ahead, and now Killorn will just pitchfork it in deep in the Seattle end. Taken back by Beniers. He pushes it down, and it's rolling on its edge, far side, just outside the right wing circle. Now snapped around the boards, out to the center red line to Seneca. Seneca to Paling. Paling across the line. Slow centering pass gets past PL, and a shot by Minchikov. Looked like it might have clipped the post on the way by and then hit the glass. And out of play for stoppage.
Yeah, you want to talk about a quick shot. It was far side dot lane, just inside of the top of the circles. Pavel Minchikov, just a dog mentality, tracking down that puck in a quick turnaround shot. And as we listen to the replay, yep, that's right off the crossbar and up into the upper netting. What a shot.
Almost got it in that far corner.
Well, he beat Grubauer. He just didn't beat... Of course,
couldn't beat a piece of steel.
Yeah, the goaltender's best friend.
Face off to the stick side of Grubauer, controlled by Seattle as they skate out to center ice. Pushed in across the line and tapped away, but held in by Chandler Stevenson. Stevenson works it behind the net. Angled out to the near side point, and Tolvanen puts a shot in on goal, and a glove save made. No traffic around Dostal. He's able to hold on easily, forcing the face-off. A little over a minute gone by here in period 2.
Speaking of the goaltender's best friend, is it 3 friends? It's the 2 posts in the crossbar? Is that what it is?
Well,
or is it just all one?
They're kind of one bar, aren't they?
It's just one friend,
They're just bent in 2 places.
It's just one friend.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
I've always wondered that, so thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, so just, they measure 6x4. And face-off coming to the stick side now. Dostal. Washi with Schwartz. Schwartz gets waved out. Now Kako comes in. Kako will lean in against Washi. Washi called up during the last road trip for the Carolina game and stayed for Buffalo. He's been here since. Done a good job in the AHL for San Diego, and he's now up here for a significant time with the Ducks. Montour shovels it behind his own net. Lead pass out too far, and that'll go down behind the goal line of the Ducks. And for icing and a face-off back in the Seattle at 18:33 left in the second period. 2-0 Ducks. Shots right now 12-4 in favor of Anaheim.
Yeah, the Seattle Kraken just continue to be frustrated right now. All they have is just icing the puck just because they're so pressured, and the Ducks doing a great job of playing, once again, in your face. I've said that expression multiple times here tonight.
Seattle wins the face-off, stick side of Grubauer. Now it comes out to center ice. Schwartz steps across the line, right wing feed, quick shot on goal, and a save is made with a glove hand of Lukas Dostal. Capo Caco with a wrist shot, but Dostal saw it the whole way.
Yeah, it was a great kick out there, and then on that far side, it's an underwhelming shot. And that's part of the problem here with this Seattle Kraken team. It's just the lack of goal scorer's mindset, the lack of shooting to score, if you will, as that one was right around the chest area, loved by Lukas Dostal.
Granlund and Beniers to take the face-off, but Beniers in too early. He gets waved out. Here comes McCann. He'll draw it right back to the right side point. Quick shot taken by the Seattle defenseman. Beniers on the rebound. Steered it toward the goal, but not on it. And Jackson Lacombe skates out to center. He is harassed by McCann. Seattle steals. Here's McCann in the slot. He shoots. He scores. McCann came in third man high and gets Seattle on the board. It's 2-1.
Tough break. How about that catch and release from McCann? I mean, it was a far weak side pass. And it was the same type of release that we saw Cutter Gauthier have at Honda Center there against the New York Rangers. That quick catch and release that goes upper short side. And now the Seattle Kraken cut the Anaheim Ducks lead in half.
So McCann beats Dostal high to the stick side, over his stick side glove. He beat him with the blocker glove. It's the 12th goal of the season for Jared McCann. Eberle, his 15th assist. Beniers, his 22nd. Time of the goal, 1:55 of the second period. And it's a 2-1 hockey game. And that got the crowd going here after a quiet first period in a sold-out arena.
Yeah, it's loud in here, Tim.
This is a great arena, what they've done here in rebuilding Key Arena. Now Helleson shoots it toward the goal, blocked in front. Puck is loose in the Seattle zone right corner. Well, the Ducks lost a stick. That is going to be Harkins. He's going to have to go get another one. Puck creeps up over the glass and out of play. And a face-off coming. Looks like it'll be outside the Seattle zone. It went off a Duck stick, so they'll bring it back out towards center ice for a face-off.
Seattle penalty, number 41. 2-minute minor. Delay game.
That was not off a Duck stick. Beg your pardon. That was off the stick of Riker Evans, and they'll say that he flipped it out on purpose, so delay of game, and the Ducks will go on the JMG power play for the first time tonight.
And why does that happen? Just the big-time pressure from the Anaheim Ducks. You have 2 on Riker Evans, and it's just too much to handle as Evans flips that in.
Granlund on the face-off with Stevenson, sticks out of Grubauer in the Seattle end. Well, now Cutter Gauthier is going to be told to come in and take the face-off. He'll take it. Kreider wants to switch sides with one of his teammates. He goes over to the far wing. Gauthier winning the draw. Granlund's got it. Turns it around back to the point. Lacombe. Backhand flip. Left wing Granlund. Granlund in the circle. He cuts in deep. He goes toward the back of the net. Angles it off the left side wall for Lacombe. Pass in deep. Granlund in front. Kreider's shot blocked. And the rebound cleared by Seattle.
Wow, what a pass. Far side goal line. Mikael Granlund feeds it out for a slot shot for Chris Kreider, and just a ginormous block shot from Eli Tolvanen.
Seneca will wind it up. He skates through center ice, whips it on the left for Cutter Gauthier. Gauthier's pass left in the circle, and that is cleared by the Seattle penalty killers. 1:19 left on the penalty to Riker Evans. And on the Ducks power play, they're 25 out of 152. A little over 16% of the time they convert. Puck loose, right side corner board. Seneca wraps it around to the left. There's Granlund outside the circle. Granlund in deep behind the net off the stick of Seneca to the right side wall. Cutter Gauthier. Back to the point it goes. Lacombe gives it to Kreider. Wings it right. Cross ice feed. Now back up top to Lacombe. He goes right for Gauthier. Gauthier holding. Lacombe center point. Drive. Save made. Rebound is back out to Lacombe. Whips it right. One-time shot. Gauthier save. Score. The rebound. Kreider popped it in. And the Ducks with a power play goal lead it 3-1.
What a response from the good guys. What a howitzer here from Cutter Gauthier. near side half wall, and that's kicked out the right pad of Philip Grubauer right on the twig of a net front. Chris Kreider, who makes no mistake, quickly sliding that one along the ice and home. What a tally.
For Kreider, that is his team-leading 7th power play goal. It's his 16th goal overall of the season. Comes at the 4-minute mark of the second period. Cutter Gauthier with another point, his 22nd assist, and Jackson Lacombe picks up assist number 26.
So it's good to see Chris Kreider back in his office.
Yeah, he's got the office with the view, doesn't he?
There we go.
So they play back in, and it's in the Anaheim end. 3-1, Ducks with the lead. Minchikov trying to clear it out, and he did. Sent back to the Seattle line. This is the second of 5 straight games on the road. The Ducks will go to Calgary tomorrow, play there Saturday, Edmonton Sunday, and then a couple of off days in Vancouver with a game there Thursday. So the road trip doesn't get much easier. Gudas with the puck, sent it to the wing. Here's Washi looking, shot, blocker save made. Rebound to the left wing. Washi, turnaround shot, loose in front. And the rebound cleared out to center ice. And it'll be driven in by Capo Caco.
Well, you gotta love the mentality from Washi. He just does it on the near side, except that he's topped of the circles. No, he has about 7-8 feet of gap to work with, and he uses it. Little shoulder fake and then gets a far side shot. Nice block by Grubauer and another follow-up shot attempt by Washi.
Everly had his pocket picked by Trouba back in the Ducks zone. Now the Ducks charging in. Harkins left wing circle. Tries to center for Kreider. It's through the goal crease. Now the return feed from Trouba. Loose near the right side of the net. Into the corner it goes. And a check there by Kreider. Strome comes in to help out. Looking to take the puck away from McCann. McCann now. Stick handling out towards center ice, down the left side boards. It's shot into the right side corner. After it, Lacombe. Lacombe getting a stick in there with McCann. Now Trouba holds his man up. That was McCann, lost the puck. Gaudreau out to the point. Montour drive, save made, rebound loose in front. Scooped up by Ryan Strome, who sends it out along the near side wall and out.
Oh, it was Gaudreau that made a hit took a hit to make a play there as he was near side hash marks, gives it up top for that Montour bomb. Nice net front presence.
The shot goes wide of the net. And that was taken by Melanson. Here comes the Ducks 2-on-1 as Seneca had a chance. Stick save made Grubauer.
It was a long bomb of a sauce pass. Mikhail Granlund was near side hash marks, and it was a 50-foot sauce pass to Beckett Seneca, far side, who almost connected.
There's a giveaway. Here's Granlund in front. Bad angle shot, save made. Rebound out in front of the circle. Now a 3-on-2 the other way for Seattle. Right at the line, held in. Montour tried to find a man down low. That was Melanson, and it was wide. Ducks in transition. And Killorn, top of the right wing circle, fanned on the shot, pushes it for Cutter Gauthier. Gauthier holding behind the net. Loose puck now fed into the corner, and Seattle takes it out towards center ice. Intercepted by the Ducks. Zellweger, he'll push it into the right side corner and chase. Poked away and up the wall. Ducks hold in. Gauthier right point. Flips it on net. Pad save made. Rebound off to the left wing wall. Here's Zellweger. He'll take a bad angle shot again. It's blocked in front by Montour. Angled out toward the left point. Gudas holds. Now loose. Top of the slot. And a backhand feed by Paling down low for Viel, but it was behind him. The Ducks putting a lot of pressure on the Seattle Kraken.
Yeah, Ryan Paling's been all over the ice, but here comes the Kraken.
And the centering feed well off the mark for Berkeley Catton. And the Ducks try to rush the other way. Harkins had his puck taken away. Loose at center, intercepted. Strome steps in the zone, 3-on-2. Strome right side, pass is in front, and a backhand shot by Kreider goes wide. Kreider goes after his man at center ice, loose puck there. Ducks will turn it around. Here comes a chance for Harkins. He moves in. He's knocked down, and a penalty coming up as Jansen Harkins was trying to shoot, and they're going to have a penalty shot. Harkins was taken down as he was heading to the net by Ryan Lindgren. And the referee pointing out to center ice, and this will be a penalty shot opportunity for Jansen Harkins.
Anaheim number 24 has a penalty shot. The penalty is to Seattle number 55 for holding.
Wow, and Tim, I'll be quite honest. I didn't think that met the definition of a penalty shot, as I don't think he had a clear cut. He had that weak side Seattle Kraken skater, but hey, we'll take it.
He'll take it. So Harkins skating left to right. He'll pick the puck up at the center red line. Penalty shot on the way. Harkins, a left-handed shot. Moves in across the line. Top of the left circle. Harkins stick handling. Deeks. Oh, and it's poked away. Poked away by the stick of Grubauer before Harkins could get the shot away.
What an aggressive mentality from a netminder's perspective, Philip Grubauer. And that was the right play, clearly. And I thought initially it was the forehand poke, but he actually went to the backhand to poke check that one. That was the right move as Harkins beat him, but he didn't beat the poke check.
Time out on the ice. 12 minutes left. Second period. Ducks 3, Seattle 1. This is Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
Helping people of SoCal isn't just what we do, it's who we are at your SoCal Honda dealers. Look for our team of helpful guys and gals in blue all year long, helping by providing free gas, bringing meals to seniors, supporting teachers and veterans, handing out ice cream, and so much more. And that's not all. Every Honda dealership has sales teams ready to help you find your perfect Honda with the great deal. Search your local Honda dealer today.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Anaheim Ducks tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Anaheim Ducks and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Ducks.
Introducing Lineage Watch Company, an independent American watch brand proudly owned and operated in Southern California. Designed, engineered, tested, and hand-assembled in the USA, Lineage watches are uniquely powered by American-built movements. Define your legacy today with a Lineage timepiece at lineagewatchco.com. That is lineagewatchco.com.
Second period, 12 minutes left in a Ducks 3. And the Seattle Kraken 1. A second period goal by Chris Kreider, his 16th. His team leading 7th on the power play. Face-off coming in the Seattle zone, glove side of Grubauer. That'll be to his left. It'll be in the right wing circle. Tim Washy will lean in to take the draw against Chandler Stevenson. And the puck finally dropped. And Washy getting the better of the face-off, but Stevenson reached in and took it back at the last moment. Jansen Harkins with a penalty shot attempt and a poke check save made by Grubauer to keep the Ducks further off the board. But Washy tried to bang it in off the near side wall, center ice. Ian Moore chases it down, puts it in front, that gets it past Johnston. Now rolls out to center, and Washy recollects. Gives it off to Helleson. Helleson pass ahead of the blue line. Broken up there by Oleksiak of Seattle. Sent past the red line to Tolvanen. Ducks trying to reach in and make it difficult. Oleksiak, side of the left wing circle. His pass stolen by Helleson. Leaves it up the wall for Moore. He goes cross ice. It is tipped by Montour, and Seattle gets it back. 11:10 to go, second period.
Well, the Anaheim Ducks are just playing so aggressive defensively. Oh, and that stretch shot slash dumping, it took an odd bounce off the ice, and it hit the left collarbone area of Lukas Dostal. What a surprise situation there, and he was on his toes, ready for that one.
It's one of those oops.
Yeah.
And he's glad he caught it off of his body. Face-off coming in his end to the stick side. Left wing circle, Beniers and Granlund. Granlund winning the face-off. Ducks control, send it out through center ice. Chasing down is Killorn, but Grubauer, the goaltender, gets there first. Kraken work it up the ice. Bernier steps in the zone, top of the left wing circle. Tries to feed it in deep. It's wrapped around by McCann. To the far point it goes to Larson. Larson in around the net. Puck on the left side again. Taken back by Seneca. Seneca with a backhand flip along the red line. Jackson Lacombe just slides it in slowly behind the goal line. Loose behind the Seattle net. Killorn got a stick on it. Worked up to the near side wall. And it'll be taken out by Seattle. From the red line, jammed in to the near side of the net. Steered around by Dostal. Gives it back to Lacombe. Long feet ahead to the blue line. Viel had it ramp up off his stick and off the inboards. Seneca on the right side. Leaves for Trouba. Seneca gets it back. Tries to center. Intercepted by Seattle. And it is taken out to the red line. Left wing side and dumped in. Zellweger behind the net. Chased by Wright. Wright lost the puck. Schwartz going after it. Schwartz and Wright in the right side corner. Zellweger wins that battle. Leaves it ahead for Viel. Viel, our pregame show guest tonight. One of them. Very happy to be with Anaheim. He's got points in 3 straight games, 2 goals, and he's got an assist here tonight. And he had a fight in his first game, which he's still proud of. Now Gudas lets one go, rifles it toward the net, steered away by Grubauer. Comes back up to the point. Gudas can't hold in, and it's loose down in the Anaheim end.
And Beckett Seneca had a productive last shift. He took a hit behind the play, and he was shaken up a bit. Luckily, he's back for the Anaheim Ducks.
Alexiak centered for Schwartz. Zellweger got a stick blade on it. Now they jam for it against the right side half wall. Taken away by Gauthier. Poke check free. Seattle keeps it in. Schwartz, backhand feed, Gaudreau. Gaudreau working near the right point. Ducks will take it away. And here's Zellweger trying to feed Cutter Gauthier way ahead of the play, but it's too far, and that'll be icing, and the puck will come back down in the Anaheim zone. 8:58 to go, middle frame. We're more than halfway through the hockey game, and the Ducks with a 3-1 lead.
Hey, Ducks fans, Ducks Hockey is brought to you by Brewery X, your hometown independent craft brewery. Located off the 91 freeway at Kramer and LaSalle, featuring over 40 different styles of beer and hard seltzer and the best New York-style pizza west of the Mississippi.
Face-off left circle, Anaheim zone, Berniers and Palin. Palin with a shorthanded goal tonight for the Ducks. Waiting for the puck to drop. Linesman Trent Knorr will drop it. And the Ducks win control, clear not out. Held in by Alexiak, left point. Drops it in deep. And the captain, Eberle, gets it over to McCann on the left wing. He snaps one toward the net from just outside the left wing circle. Glove stop made, and a face-off in the Anaheim end coming. When we return after this timeout, 8:48 left, second period. It's the Ducks 3, Kraken 1. You're listening to Anaheim Ducks Hockey on Duckstream, presented by TuneIn.
This December will bring something amazing. A place where 1.2 million square feet of game-changing medicine meet 300 acres of tranquility. It's a place built for everyone in Orange County and designed just for you. Prepare to meet the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. World-class academic healthcare right here at home. Discover more at ucihealth.org/Irvine Hospital. Powered by UC Irvine.
After 10 years, Mana returns to Anaheim. 2 nights full of music, love, and rock and roll. Mana, Vivir's United Tour at the Honda Center. Brand new production, all the hits, all the energy and passion of Mana live on stage. Honda Center, June 5th and 6th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel.
Visit EastonLawFirm.com and score big, Orange County's premier injury firm and official personal injury attorneys of the Anaheim Ducks. At Easton & Easton, our family of litigators has more than 100 years combined experience fighting the insurance companies in all types of injury accidents. With our family, every case is personal and handled by an actual attorney. Call to speak with an attorney today at 1-833-EASTONS. That's 1-833-EASTONS. Let our family help yours at EastonLawFirm.com.
Visit EastonLawFirm.com to score big, official personal injury attorneys of the Anaheim Ducks.
You'd like to win a 2026 Honda Passport Trail Sport Elite courtesy of Honda? Here's your chance. Text Honda to 81883 for your opportunity to enter to win. 4 finalists will be chosen to come back to Honda Center on Fan Appreciation Night and participate in an on-ice activity with a chance to be the grand prize winner. Good luck and special thanks to Honda.
3-1 Ducks, 8:48 left, second period. Washi and Berniers on the face-off. The puck flipped out toward the center red line, chopped at. Washi got a stick on it. Battling for it. It's knocked back in the Anaheim zone. Trouba back to play it on defense. Angles a pass off the near side wall to Ian Moore. Moore from the red line. Trying to shoot in, but it looked like it might have hit Johnston, his own teammate. Johnston poke checks and takes it right back. Now he skates in with Moore, dumps it into the right wing corner, and they chase. Oleksiak back to play it. Sends it ahead, and here comes Beniers. He'll walk into the zone, right side. Jackson Lacombe drives him wide into the corner. Now the puck around to the left wing boards. McCann, he couldn't control it, and Moore will tap it out to center.
Yeah, that's an uncharacteristic play there by McCann. Usually he's able to pick up those hard rims there, so that's surprising. But once again, it just goes to show that this Anaheim Duck team, they're getting in the minds, in the heads of even the best skaters here for the Seattle Kraken.
Montour, backhand feed right toward the net. That's blocked by the chest of Dostal. Big check on the near side wall as Melanson and Johnston mixed it up for a moment, or Hellison rather mixed it up for a moment. Here's Hellison over the line. Hellison outside the right circle. Shot, save made, rebound loose side of the net. Here's Kreider. He couldn't get a stick handle on it. Now it's Strome battling for it. Outside the right circle. And that is out beyond the blue line. A whistle and a penalty coming.
Well, this might end up being a double minor drawn blood. It seems as Larson. Well, let's take a listen to the call.
Anaheim penalty number 16. 2-minute minor. High sticking.
So maybe it was just a bad sell job there by Larson as he didn't get what he wanted with the theatrics. He was kind of dabbing his finger towards his mouth area, trying to get that extra 2 minutes, but to no avail. The good guys still go down a man.
Strome in the box. Seattle 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. 7:18 left in the second period. Minchikov gathers it in behind his own net after the faceoff, slides it all the way down the ice. Grubauer way out toward the far circle to play it. Now the Kraken winding up the power play. They work it into the zone. Tolvanen has his pocket picked, and the puck sent all the way down again.
Yeah, well, it seemed as if it should have been a routine kick out there. The dot lane in the neutral zone, and that's just one of the things hampering the Seattle Kraken team. And once again, it's a mentality. The Anaheim Ducks really get in the minds of this Kraken team.
Puck left point, Montour. Montour slides it right. Into the circle it goes. Capo Caco. Pass off the boards to Tolvanen. Center point, Montour. Left wing right. Right back to Montour. Montour holding. Deep slot. He gives it on the right side. Quickly Tolvanen to right, left wing. Back up top. Lots of room. Montour shoots. It's wide left of the net. Caco gets it outside to Montour again. Skating toward the right point. Washi lost his stick, but he was able to poke check it. It hit his stick, knocked it out of his hands. Puck went out to center ice. Now Seattle gets it back in the zone. Right stops up. Gives it to Montour. Winds. Fires. It's deflected in front. Never made it to the net. And Washi with a backhand clears with 40 seconds to go in the penalty to Ryan Strome.
So Tim Washi not only gets that great pressure and stick on puck play there, far side point for Montour. And we're going to get a cross-checking penalty there as Alex Killorn went down hard. But great stuff on the PK from Tim Washi. Let's take a listen to the call.
Seattle penalty number 62. 2-minute minor, cross-checking.
Penalties on Brandon Montour. That's the voice of referee TJ Luxmore. So Seattle now 0 for 2 on the power play, as the teams will skate even strength for 31 seconds, and the Ducks will have the man advantage on the other side.
Well, it happened so quick. I thought it was a knee-on-knee initially because you couldn't really see his forearm motion going forward there, hauling Alex Killorn down, but great John penalty through hard work.
Paling and Beniers on the face-up. Beniers draws it back toward the wall. That is going to be picked up by Dunn. Dunn, the defenseman, slides it out to Eberle. Again, 4-on-4 for 22 more seconds. Killorn in the Seattle zone outside the circle. Paling wraps it around the boards near side point. Gudas to the wing. And skating with it was Paling. Trying to find Zellweger off his stick. Intercepted. Eberle across the line with Dunn. Dunn drops for Eberle. Penalty is up, and the teams now with a power play. It's a 4-on-2 for the Ducks. Killorn shoots. Save is made. Rebound. Gudas tried to feed it in front. And Seattle intercepts, and the puck will be along the blue line and kicked out.
Killorn looked off a far side Radko Gudas there on that play. And, I mean, what a shot. It misses far side wide there, but he fooled everyone with that deception.
Granlund speeding into the zone, left wing side. Wraps it around the dasher, comes to the right wing, Kreider. Kreider with a power play goal tonight for the Ducks. They're 1-for-1. This one is pitched out by the Seattle penalty killers. And that'll result in a face-off coming up. 4:36 to go in the period. So was it knocked down by a high stick? That might have been it. Well, they're going to face it off to the glove side of Dostal in the Anaheim zone.
Yeah, that was so quick that I didn't quite catch that one either, Tim. And yeah, let's see if the Anaheim Ducks power play can finish off strong.
47 more seconds on the man advantage. And the Ducks 1-for-1 on the JMG power play. Now Seneca guides it up the middle. Stepping across the line, Granlund. Far side corner, Granlund. Back to the point it goes. Here's Jackson Lacombe. Feeds the top of the circle. Shot by Gauthier. Stick save made. Rebound left right in front, but finally cleared. And the Ducks will chase with 22 seconds to go on the power play.
And that Kraken clear off the twig of Ryan Lindgren. I tell you what, not too many players have the guts to fire it along the ice. A snapper, as Cutter Gauthier just did, from 5 feet inside the offensive zone blue line there on the far side. He will shoot from everywhere. That's just the type of goal scorer he is.
Penalty is up. Both teams at full strength. Long feed, far side, Seattle zone. Ducks have it. In behind the net. Comes off the right boards. Trouba puts it on goal. Blocked in front. Seattle will try to clear it out to center ice. Kraken across the line. Capo Caco left wing. Lost the puck in the corner. Trouba there battling him. Stands him up. Sends the puck ahead to Ian Moore. Carries out to center. Poke near the red line. Right side. He goes rink wide and chasing now Minchikov. One hand poke in behind the net. He'll head for a change. Now the puck comes up to the near side wall. 3:10 to go. Period 2. 3-1 Ducks. And Kako after it right at the center ice logo. Backhand flip to the left wing. To right. Schwartz cuts in deep, but Zellweger cuts the puck off. Rolls it up the wall. Viel, nifty play to get in front of it. Get it to Moore and out into the Seattle end.
And although the Anaheim Ducks, rightfully so, they've been just the better team overall here in this game. They're up 3-1, but Tim, as you well know, that's the worst lead in hockey.
That's right. That's what they say. There's a giveaway. Beniers had it roll off his stick plate. He was turning around to face the net, but never could collect it and control it. Now Zellweger bats it toward the far side corner. Lead pass comes to Viel. Viel tracking Dunn now as Dunn turns the puck around for Seattle. Gets it to the line, left wing Beniers. Drop pass Eberle. Eberle at the hash marks. Intercepted Lacombe. Lacombe, Viel chops it out and all the way down into the Seattle end. And this will be icing with 2:14 left in the second period. Ducks with a 3-1 lead. NHL fans, don't miss the action. Get your Anaheim Ducks tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Anaheim Ducks and the NHL. With mobile entry and easy transfer, you're in for every goal. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com/Anaheim Ducks, because when they shoot, you score only at Ticketmaster. Face-off near circle in the Ducks end. Puck controlled by the Ducks now. Strome skating with Viel. Jumping up into the play is Harkins. Puck goes loose, right wing corner. And a Kraken take it away. Here's Tolvanen. Ali Tolvanen sends it to the far side. Now stepping into the zone is Melanson. Tolvanen gets it around the boards. Melanson shoots back in behind the net. Tolvanen backhand feed near point. With it, Alexiak. He goes to the right side, and the shot just wide of the net. Comes off the end boards, and Dostal freezes it, forcing a face-off with 1:39 left in period 2. Take a timeout. We'll be back with the conclusion of the second period. It's the Ducks 3, Seattle 1. You're listening to Anaheim Ducks hockey on Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
ESPN presents the NHL Stadium Series in a most unexpected place. A hockey takeover of Tampa, Florida and Raymond James Stadium, where the Boston Bruins collide with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Two teams take their shot at a one-of-a-kind game. The 2026 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Bruins, Lightning, Sunday, February 1st at 6:30 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Remember when instant connection meant just one push? Hytera brings it back with modern puck radios that deliver crystal clear nationwide communication. Whether coordinating fleets or large facilities, Hytera puck radios deliver reliable communication that keeps your team talking anytime, anywhere. Stay connected, stay efficient, stay ahead with Hytera puck radios. Visit hytera.us today. That's HYTERA.us.
We're back in the second period in Seattle, where the Ducks are still up 2 goals on the Kraken. There are 7 other hockey games going on around the NHL tonight, a couple of them already completed. But the big storyline was Mitch Marner's return to Toronto tonight, and the Golden Knights took down the Maple Leafs by a final score of 6-3. And guys, another score update. The Flyers are currently beating the Avalanche right now 6-3.
Wow, that is some great insight there. And I don't know, is this going to be a streak in the wrong direction for the Avs? We shall see. Looking for communication you can count on. Hytera puck radios. Keep your team connected nationwide, instantly and reliably. Visit hytera.us. That's hytera.us.
Ducks 3, Seattle 1. 1:39 left, second period. Face off to the glove side of Dostal in the Anaheim zone. It'll be right against Granlund. And the puck drops. Seattle wins the draw. Montour drive. Save is made. Dostal, he covers up. Montour with a heavy slap shot. He just had a lane to shoot. Puck went right through, but Dostal able to hold on, force another face-off, same side of the rink.
It seems as if the last 5 or so minutes, all the offense for the Seattle Kraken has come through Brandon Montour, so the Ducks got to watch out for him.
Dunn pushes the puck around the boards right to left. It squirts out past the defenseman Montour, goes back down into the Seattle end. Dunn back there to collect it. Sends it up to right. He gets a stick on it, moved over the Anaheim line, but there to intercept is Lacombe. He goes rink wide, pass off the boards to center. Now intercepted and taken back by the Kraken. Pushed in the zone by Capo Caco. Loose puck on the stick of Ian Moore, skating down the left side. He pushes it into the zone with the backhand. Ducks in the offensive end. Less than a minute to go in period 2. As Caco at center ice gives a left side feed for Dunn, who skates across the line. Shoots, stick save made. Ducks take the rebound, push it ahead to Cutter Gauthier. Gauthier, stick handling across the line, drop feed, VL, right circle, shot by Paling, goes wide. Pretty nifty stick work there by Gauthier to get things started. Pass near the net, steered away. Gauthier, a big hit on the near side on Hellison, and now the puck loose at center ice, collected by Paling. Gauthier, quick feed across, back in his own end, Minchikov. Minchikov bounces it towards center ice. Ducks trying to battle for it. Montour lost the handle. And now Minchikov floats it ahead. Left wing to VL. Drops for Paling. Lead pass in front. Gauthier had a man open but couldn't get the shot. Oh, what a pass by Cutter Gauthier.
That is now back-to-back beautiful entries for this line. VL, Paling, and Gauthier. The first one on the near side, the second one kind of the mid-ice area, but both phenomenal. How about the chemistry shown by not only VL and of course Cutter Gauthier, but Paling up and in and just creating such a dynamic trio.
So the second period comes to a conclusion, and the Ducks with a 3-1 lead. And here's a number for you, Emmert. When the Ducks lead after 2 periods this season, their record is 15-0-0.
So you're saying the odds are in the good guys' favor here coming into the third period?
That's what the numbers would indicate. But they still got to play period 3. And when the Kraken trail after 2 periods. Their record is 2-12-2. So they haven't been very good when they've been behind after 2 periods of play. But a 2-goal lead, and in the second period, the Kraken got on the board. Jared McCann with his 12th goal of the year from Eberle, his 15th, and Beniers his 22nd, 1:55. The time of the goal was McCann cashed in with a wrist shot to make it 2-1 at that point. And then with the Ducks on the power play, the team's leading scorer on the power play, Chris Kreider, scored his 16th of the year from Cutter Gauthier, his second point of the night, 22nd assist for Gauthier. And Jackson Lacombe, his 26th assist, 4 minutes the time of the Ducks' goal. 3-1 after 2 periods of play. When we come back, we'll have our second intermission report with Emerson Edom and yours truly from Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, Washington. 3-1 Ducks after 2 here on Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Really smart. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I took the gas hose out of my car's tank. Ooh, not smart. And I drove off while still attached to pump number 3.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
What would you say was the biggest factor in getting that win tonight?
I mean, you said it. I think that was it for me. Factor. I was feeling strong. Had plenty in the tank for overtime.
Wait, Factor, like the meals?
Yeah, Factor meals. I've been getting Factor high protein meals delivered all month. I get all the power I need. They taste great. And they're ready to eat in 2 minutes.
Okay, I need to get on that.
For real. Go to factormeals.com. It's the easiest way to eat like a pro.
Pro Savings Days are on at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, My Lowe's Pro Rewards members get an additional 5% off when you buy 5 or more select GE, Whirlpool, and Electrolux kitchen or laundry major appliances. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 123. Discount valid to My Lowe's Pro Rewards members only. Exclusions and other restrictions apply. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for details. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for details. Subject to change.
This December will bring something amazing. A place where 1.2 million square feet of game-changing medicine meet 300 acres of tranquility. It's a place built for everyone in Orange County and designed just for you. Prepare to meet the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. World-class academic healthcare right here at home. Discover more at ucihealth.org/Irvine Hospital. Powered by UC Irvine.
Visit EastonLawFirm.com and score big, Orange County's premier injury firm and official personal injury attorneys of the Anaheim Ducks. At Easton & Easton, our family of litigators has more than 100 years combined experience fighting the insurance companies in all types of injury accidents. With our family, every case is personal and handled by an actual attorney. Call to speak with an attorney today at 1-833-EASTONS. That's 1-833-EASTONS. Let our family help yours at EastonLawFirm.com.
Visit EastonLawFirm.com to score big, official personal injury attorneys of the Anaheim Ducks.
This is the second intermission report on Duckstream, the official 24/7 audio network of the Anaheim Ducks.
With Emerson Edom, Tim Neverett back at Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle, Washington. Sitting in for Steve Carroll this week. 3-1 Ducks with the lead. This is our second intermission report, and it is brought to you by UCI Health. The new UCI Health Irvine will bring coastal and South Orange County unparalleled expertise, leading-edge treatments, and the finest evidence-based care that only an academic health system can offer. Discover more at ucihealth.org/Irvine Hospital. Another good period for the Ducks here as they are leading through 2. Again, we told you right at the end of the second period, they're 15-0-0 when leading after 2 periods of play. Good idea for you is get to the Honda Center and invite all your favorite people to the next Ducks home game at Honda Center. You can host your guests in a private suite, and the memories you'll create with them will last a lifetime. Amenities include comfortable space for as many as 40 friends, food and beverage credit, reserved parking, and much more. For inquiries, visit AnaheimDucks.com/ rental suites. Emery, you got some numbers after the second period.
I certainly do. And yeah, right now the Anaheim Ducks, they just want it more. They have for the last 40 minutes of play. So let's get to the player stats through the first 40 minutes of play. Of course, starting with our good guys. Chris Kreider, he's got a goal in this one on 11:29 of total on ice. So he's 1 for 1, 1 goal on 1 shot. And as Steve, Tim and I joked around there a little bit earlier, just he's back in his office there, and it's so good to see. How about Jansen Harkins? He's got 2 shots on goals. He is also 3-3 in the faceoff circle, good for 50% win percentage, and he's also got 1 block shot, so good on him. Another goal scorer is Ryan Poehling. He's got 1 goal plus 2, 12:04 of total on ice, and he's got that 1 goal on 1 shot on goal. And other great stats from Cutter Gauthier. He's got 5 shots on goal here. He's got 1 goal, 1 assist, 2 points plus 1, 10:44 of total on ice. He's also got 2 hits. He's 1-1 in the faceoff circle, good for 50% win percentage. How about Mikael Granlund? He's got 2 shots on goal, 1 hit. He's also got 1 block shot. And let's turn our sights to the Seattle Kraken. Well, some bright spots for them with 2 shots on goal. Jared McCann, also 1 hit and 1-0 in the faceoff circle. How about for Shane Wright? He's got 2 shots on goal. He's also got 1 block shot. And last but not least, Freddie Gaudreau. He's got 1 shot on goal, 2-1 in the faceoff circle, good for 67% win percentage. Let's turn our sights to some team stats here. In the faceoff win percentage column, the Seattle Kraken leading the way there, 54% win percentage for them, 46% win percentage for the Anaheim Ducks. For block shots, you have 9 for the Seattle Kraken, 6 for the Anaheim Ducks. How about takeaways? 2 for the good guys, 3 for the Seattle Kraken. Giveaways, the Seattle Kraken giving the puck away more, 8 giveaways for them, 7 for the Anaheim Ducks. And that's great because the Anaheim Ducks have been the better team overall, every category, except maybe some of the ones I just read, face-offs, so on and so forth. But as far as relentless ability and hunger, assertiveness, a lot of times, as I mentioned time and time again, the team that's dominating or controlling more possession, puck time, they're the ones who oftentimes give the puck away more. Well, this is not the case here, as the Anaheim Ducks have less giveaways. How about hits? 13 hits for the Anaheim Ducks, 11 for the Seattle Kraken. So now the Anaheim Ducks at one point trailing in that department, not only once again playing positive, but they're also playing extremely physical. Once again, it's the relentless. It is with the puck, without the puck. Good stuff. Last but not least, 24 shots on goal through 2 periods for the Anaheim Ducks, 11 for the Seattle Kraken. Before we send it to commercial break, all season long, Chick-fil-A and the Anaheim Ducks want to give away free chicken sandwiches when your Ducks score 5 goals at Honda Center. Simply download the Chick-fil-A app and open the rewards section before 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. Must have location service turned on and be inside Honda Center to receive the reward. Visit www.anaheimducks.com for details. Such good hockey from your good guys as they currently lead this one 3-1. Don't you go anywhere, because we got part 2 of this second intermission coverage. Thanks for listening to Duckstream. Powered by Tuna.
Helping people of SoCal isn't just what we do, it's who we are at your SoCal Honda dealers. Look for our team of helpful guys and gals in blue all year long, helping by providing free gas, bringing meals to seniors, supporting teachers and veterans, handing out ice cream, and so much more. And that's not all. Every Honda dealership has sales teams ready to help you find your perfect Honda with the great deal. Search your local Honda dealer today.
Since 1894, Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water has been there for you, with naturally occurring electrolytes for a crisp taste, sourced from springs in and west of the Rockies, refreshing our everyday moments, and now proudly hydrating the Anaheim Ducks. Arrowhead Mountain Spring Water, nothing else.
Introducing Lineage Watch Company, an independent American watch brand proudly owned and operated in Southern California. Designed, engineered, tested, and hand-assembled in the USA, Lineage watches are uniquely powered by American-built movements. Define your legacy today with a Lineage timepiece at lineagewatchco.com. That is lineagewatchco.com.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Ducks fans, make your next game one to remember with a private suite. Food, drinks, and more for you. Up to 40 friends are available to book today. For inquiries, visit hondacenter.com/rental suites.
Our good friend Tessa Bramble has a prospect report for the Anaheim Ducks, so let's get right to that. The San Diego Gulls have won 2 straight contests as they are 2-0-0, outscoring opponents 8-5 in that span, and have earned standing points in 14 of their last 20 outings. Sasha Pastujov ranks second among AHL skaters in shots with 136, while he leads San Diego skaters in scoring. 9 goals, 20 assists, 29 points and assists. Co-leads in power play goals with 3. Nikita Nesterenko made his season debut with the goals January 16th versus Abbotsford after recording 1 goal, 8 assists, 9 points in 29 NHL games with the Ducks to start the season. Callie Klang ranks tied 6th among active qualified AHL netminders in shutouts with 2, and tied 9th in save percentage, .912. Stian Solberg ranks tied for 5th among AHL rookies defensemen in goals with 4, while he co-leads San Diego Blue Liners in goals and ranks 4th in points. And other prospect news, and this is the CHL, the Canadian Hockey League, of course. Maxime Massé co-leads the QMJHL and All Canadian Hockey League, which includes the Ontario Hockey League, Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, and Western Hockey League skaters in goals this season with 33. How about that? Terrence Smith ranks tied 4th among WHL defensemen in assists, 35. And Emil Guite is playing well. He ranks 10th among QMJHL leaders in goals with 22. How about over in Europe, some of the Ducks European prospects? Herman Trapko leads Hockey Allsvenskan skaters in goals with 21. And Lassi Boyas has recorded 1 assist in 4 contests, returning from representing Finland at the 2026 World Junior Championship. So good on that front. Damien Clara ranks tied for 5th among SHL netminders in wins with 15 and saves, 537. So good stuff all around there. Before we send it to break, during the Sunday, February 1st game presented by Chick-fil-A, we'll be revealing the all-new Ducks Times Band shoe designed by Teemu Selanne, along with a second pair available for purchase at the game. In celebration of this collab, you can get a limited edition Teemu Selanne bobble shoe, only available through a special ticket pack. Get yours now at AnaheimDucks.com/Teemu. Don't you go anywhere. We got third period puck drop underway after this commercial break. It's 3-1 good, guys. Don't you go anywhere. Thanks for listening to Duckstream, powered by Tuna.
ESPN presents the NHL Stadium Series in a most unexpected place. A hockey takeover of Tampa, Florida and Raymond James Stadium, where the Boston Bruins collide with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Two teams take their shot at a one-of-a-kind game. The 2026 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Bruins, Lightning, Sunday, February 1st at 6:30 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app.
After 10 years, Mana returns to Anaheim. 2 nights full of music, love, and rock and roll. Mana, Vivir's Ignited Tour at the Honda Center. Brand new production, all the hits, all the energy and passion of Mana live on stage. Honda Center, June 5th and 6th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel.
Remember when instant connection meant just one push? Hytera brings it back with modern puck radios that deliver crystal clear nationwide communication. Whether coordinating fleets or large facilities, Hytera puck radios deliver reliable communication that keeps your team talking anytime, anywhere. Stay connected, stay efficient, stay ahead with Hytera puck radios. Visit Hytera.us today. That's HYTERA.us.
We've been overindulging a little more than usual over the holidays, but now we are starting the new year off on a healthier note by taking active liver supplements from New Nordic every day. So if better health, more energy, and detoxing your body are some of your priorities this year, get Active Liver today and start the year off knowing you're giving your liver some well-deserved relief.
Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com. Or pick some up today at your local CVS, ShopRite, Meijer Grocery, are now available at Wegmans.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Really smart. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I left the pizza box on top of my car before driving home. Not smart. Oh, and a semi just turned my deep dish into a thin crust.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
That does it for our second intermission report. Both teams back out on the ice. We're about 50 seconds or so away from the third period faceoff. No penalties, no carryovers into the final period in regulation. 3-1. Ducks with the lead. Goals by Gauthier, Poehling. Poehling's shorthanded. And Chris Kreider with a power play goal. Jared McCann has the lone tally for the Seattle Kraken. So what do you expect, Emmer, out of these Ducks here in period number 3, coming in with a 2-goal lead?
Well, during the last commercial break, Tim, you turned to me and just said, you think the Anaheim Ducks need that next goal? And I couldn't agree more, right? The 2-goal lead we mentioned earlier, worst lead in hockey. And, well, if you're tuning in and you're wondering what that means, I just think the team that's down starts to play even more high risk, high reward. They have that what do you have to lose mentality. And it's just one of the things where they start peppering the 10-day shot volume, you name it. So, the Anaheim Ducks, they need to be the ones dictating the pace of play. They need to continue to win puck battles, but play with the puck efficiently.
Ducks will go up ice right to left here in the third period, shooting to the goal off to our left. Grubauer has it off the opening draw, leaves it off for a defenseman. Killorn was on the forecheck, puck down by the Anaheim line. Left wing centering feed for Eberle. Eberle has it wide and pushes it in behind the Anaheim goal. Now it is Beniers. He is bumped off the puck by Trouba. Puck sent ahead to Lacombe. He speeds through neutral ice. Down the right side, just floats it into the right side corner. Right there, Granlund. Behind the net, Killorn. Rolled off his stick. Seneca hoping to do something with it, but it's rolling on its side and out toward the far side circle where it's picked up by McCann. McCann lead pass for Beniers. He dumps in, and Seattle will head for a change early here in period 3. Well, the Ducks trying to work it ahead, but puck is knocked down by the Seattle defense. Here's Minchikov taking it back. Lead pass through the neutral zone. Right side, Gauthier. Wrist shot goes just wide. Boy, he blistered one. Here's Viel, the return shot. That's a stick save on the right side of the goal crease in the Seattle end.
Once again, Cutter Gauthier just utilizing any type of space he's given. And right on that last play, not much there. Just slightly above the top of the circle on the far side. Little pump fake, a nice move, and then he unleashed a howitzer.
And a shot off the side of the net taken by Berkeley Catton. Skating with Chandler Stevenson and Eli Tolvanen. Now out to the far side circle. There's a shot, goes just wide. Rebound out to the right point. Defenseman Montour fell down on the puck back in the Seattle end. Strome on the forecheck along with Kreider. Here comes Harkins. Seattle able to get it out to neutral ice. And just outside their own line, it's taken back by Evans. Evans in his own zone, slides it rink wide. Seattle centering. Here's Wright. Feet down low, score! Oh, Jaden Schwartz coming in from the left circle. They drew Dostal out toward the top of the goal crease. And a tough angled shot, and Schwartz was able to hit it off the inside part of the far post and get Seattle back on the board. It's 3-2.
The Seattle Kraken came into this third period with a strong demeanor, and you could tell that they wanted to come into this third period playing with a purpose, and that last entry definitely proved just that. Great look on that pass there on that entry. It was an unbelievable pass from Shane Wright as you had a weak side Schwartz streaking through. He just slid home.
3-2 hockey game early in the third. 18:06 remaining in the period. 1:54 the time of the goal. Wright, his 11th assist. Kakko gets an assist, his 14th. And for Schwartz, his 9th goal of the season. Now a little bit of jump as far as Seattle is concerned. They've got the puck. Gaudreau right side. Anaheim zone to the line. Evans sends it back to the right side corner. Now Melanson, quick wraparound attempt goes wide of the far post. Held in by Evans. He goes rink wide. Left side shot broken up. And Trouba taps at it. Ian Moore will slide it all the way down. And this should be icing as the puck will finally get across the end line. And a whistle and a faceoff coming in the Ducks' end with 17:24 to go in a 3-2 hockey game in favor of the Ducks. Shots 25-12 in favor of Anaheim.
Text the post-game show, 889 714-439-8422. Good guys on top currently, but this Kraken team, they keep pressuring from behind as Jacob Melanson has a great net front pass. Luckily, the near side player for the Kraken was unavailable.
Right on the face-off, won by the Ducks. Washi won the face-off. Now it's loose at the center red line. Kaapo Kakko for Seattle turns it around, and Schwartz, who just scored the goal, backhands it in deep in the Anaheim end. Right side corner boards. Pushed out to the point, held in. Larson takes a shot. That goes well wide to the left of the net. Larson back with it, left point. Wings it. Now a shot taken top of the circle by Wright. That also missed to the stick side of Dostal. Left point. As Seattle tries to somewhat cycle the puck on that side. Just a blind feed toward the net, stopped by the paddle of the goalkeeper's stick, and Dostal holds on for a faceoff with 16:45 left.
Yeah, Shane Wright was just trying to bank it behind the net, and he was far side. Kaapo Kakko was near side. He was trying to go off the yellow behind Lukas Dostal and get it to Kaapo Kakko, but it took a funny bounce off his twig and then ended up hitting the net on the far side. Nice job by the Anaheim Ducks keeping on the inside and just getting it to Lukas Dostal.
Face-off stick side in the Anaheim zone, and Paling wins the draw. Puck popped out to center ice. Loose along the red line, hit by the skate blade of Paling. Paling able to draw it back to a defenseman. Minchikov's got it. Leaves it ahead for Gauthier. Backhand feed toward the goal. Takes a weird hop, and that is gloved by Grubauer. He'll hold on, and there'll be a face-off coming in the Seattle end.
Now, there's been some funny bounces. Of course, Lukas Dostal, when he was in where Grubauer is currently, that would have been last period, of course, there was a weird bounce, and Grubauer getting a weird bounce right there. Similar fashion, just taking a strange little nick, and then it went high. Nice chest save.
Gaudreau and Paling on the draw. Paling gets waved out, and coming in, Cutter Gauthier. Left side circle, Seattle end. Another whistle on the face-off, and they'll reset. Finally, the puck will be dropped, and Gauthier sends it back to Minchikov. Minchikov fires, and a left pad save made by Grubauer. Lead pass for Seattle, intercepted by Gauthier at center ice, and the Ducks send it back in, but it's going to be from beyond the red line, so icing will be the call, and the face-off back in the Duck zone. 16:18 to go in the third period, 3-2 Anaheim.
Pavel Minchikov here, near side point, just ripping off his twig, and then the rebound ripping off the pad of Grubauer, and I tell you what, you had Cutter Gauthier a little bit earlier in the game. He had a nice pass-off pad. That one ripped off. Just the sheer velocity of all of these Anaheim Ducks shots and just the implications of the rebounds and how quickly those are kicked out. It's quite the sight to see.
Viel slapped it back in the Seattle end, but the Kraken work it out. Beniers sends it into the Duck zone. That's scooped up by Zellweger. Puck is cleared, not out. Zellweger will chase on the near side. He's got some room. Long feet ahead to Seneca at the center red line. Beniers turns it around. He gets it to McCann across the line. McCann centers. Puck is off the stick of Killorn. He broke up the play. Seneca left wing trying to float a backhanded pass to Killorn. Killorn left corner. He is held up by two men. Eberle looks to skate out for Seattle. Centers Beniers. Beniers for McCann. McCann will kind of throw a pop fly back in there behind the goal. And Radko Gudas takes it, and he surprised Seneca with a quick snap pass ahead of him, and it turns into icing. Puck hit the stick of Seneca before he got to the red line. And again, a face-off back in the Anaheim zone, 15:22 left.
I mentioned earlier in this broadcast that the Seattle Kraken, they've had trouble in their first period as far as production is concerned, but their second and third periods is where they really start to pop off, and you're seeing the aggression, you're seeing the assertiveness, so the Anaheim Ducks have got to get back to being proactive.
Washy and Wright face off right side of Dostal, and now the puck is flipped all the way down by the Ducks after the one face-off, and that's going to be icing again.
I saw a world-class flip from Radko Gudas last game there in Colorado, and how about another world-class flip like butter? It's so high in the air, and that was almost a sauce, as it wasn't necessarily a knuckle puck there. It was flat as can be. Text the postgame show 714-439-8422.
And the face-off right side of Dostal. Left wing circle in the zone. Washy is worn. Now he'll lean back in. And the puck goes down. Seattle controls the draw. Held into the point. Dunn slides it right side. Evans. Riker Evans goes into the left side circle. Shot blocked by Gudas and Washy. Washy got a stick on it. Gudas was in the way as well. And now it's Evans, top of the right circle. Fires on net. A glove save made by Dostal.
Well, Berkeley, Catton, they're doing a number of positive things beneath the goal line there in the Anaheim Ducks defensive end. He goes behind the net here, creating havoc there on the far side, and then he has a solid pass here near side for the opportunity for the Kraken. I tell you what, this Kraken team, they have really hemmed it in for several shifts in a row now. Anaheim got to get back on track.
Anaheim trying to control the faceoff. It's loose at center, batted away by Larson on defense. Schwartz kicks it back to Dunn, over to Larson right side. Snaps it through the neutral zone. Capo's pass intercepted and floated past the red line back to the Seattle end. Well, the Ducks will chase it down. Jackson Lacombe back on defense with Jacob Trouba. And Lacombe near side rattles it up the wall. It squirts out to center. Seattle controls. Dunn back skating in his own end. Lead pass Kako. Leaves it on the right side wing. But that is Jackson Lacombe who tapped it ahead to Cutter Gauthier. Now Dunn takes it away for Seattle. His team's basically playing catch, going back and forth. Dunn moves back in his own end. Gauthier on the forecheck. Lead pass right side to Gaudreau as Seattle got a change on. He sweeps it in the right side corner. Michikov will stand him up against the glass. Loose puck through the right side circle. Poked out by Gauthier. Foot race for the puck. Gauthier tried to get it to Harkins. Now Kreider left circle backing in. Looking to dig it off the half wall. Of course, the fans down below always pounding off the glass, as you can hear. Always happens every single night. Do you love that as a player?
Yeah, just the more engagement from the fans, whether at home or away, it's just the more the merrier. You got to love it. Oh, what a big hit. It's
Melanson on Kreider. Now it's Harkins left wing side near the hashes. Evans taking the puck away from him. Harkins trying to kick it away, and it goes up the near side wall. Melanson chasing after Zellweger. Zellweger zigs and zags. Now he spins around, and he tries to catch Seattle in the line change. He carries over the line left wing side. Zellweger shot hit the side post. They had a tough angle on the shot, But it hit the side post and carried him right back toward him.
And that's not the first time that Olin Zellweger's tried that sharp angle shot. It was last period where he tried that about 5 feet above the goal line type of shot. Bad angle, and it really fools the netminders.
McCann tried a shot. That was taken right off his stick blade. Here comes Granlund. He'll dump it in the right side corner. Seattle in. 12:43 to go. Third period. Ducks 3 and Seattle 2. Jackson Lacombe with Trouba back on defense. Long pass to the line, left wing. It's Seneca. Carries in. He's bumped off the play by Montour. Montour gets the puck from Eberle and spins around near the center circle. As Seattle tries to find a long pass. Stretch ahead, but it's deflected off the stick of Catton. And now Hellison, lead pass for Viel. Right off the tape. And back onto a Seattle stick.
Yeah, that was a beautiful stretch pass there. Defensive zone breakout pass. And
long feed left side. Here's a man moving in. That's Stevenson. He went to go to the forehand off the backhand, and the puck rolled into the corner.
Yeah, he beat Lukas Dostal. A beautiful stop move there. And
now Larson fires. He hits the pipe. And a whistle and a stoppage. And Larson was crawling down into the right wing circle. And that one, Dostal watched it go off the crossbar and out of play. We'll take a timeout. 11:49 to go. Third period. Ducks 3, Kraken 2. This is Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
Helping people of SoCal isn't just what we do, it's who we are at your SoCal Honda dealers. Look for our team of helpful guys and gals in blue all year long, helping by providing free gas, bringing meals to seniors, supporting teachers and veterans, handing out ice cream, and so much more. And that's not all. Every Honda dealership has sales teams ready to help you find your perfect Honda with the great deal. Search your local Honda dealer today.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Anaheim Ducks tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Anaheim Ducks and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Ducks.
Introducing Lineage Watch Company, an independent American watch brand proudly owned and operated in Southern California. Designed, engineered, tested, and hand-assembled in the USA, Lineage watches are uniquely powered by American-built movements. Define your legacy today with a Lineage timepiece at lineagewatchco.com. That is lineagewatchco.com.
Almost halfway through the third period, 11:49 left, 3-2. Ducks with the lead. Shots 28-13, Anaheim. And we're looking at this third period and the way that Seattle has come out of the dressing room. They're playing a much more desperate style of hockey.
Yeah, no, might not even be an X's and O's type of situation. They're quicker to the loose pucks. They're winning more puck battles. It seems, of course, that they're finishing now in their opportunities when they do have those high danger areas and opportunities to score. So once again, the Anaheim Ducks, puck protection and puck management is crucial.
Washi and right on the faceoff. Washi wins the draw, sends it back to Lacombe. Right side feed up the wall for Ian Moore. Hits him and goes over the boards. Looks like it might have gone into the Anaheim bench. But it's out of play nonetheless, and we'll have a face-off coming at the center ice dot.
Looking back on this stretch here in the third period, I just can't remember a high-danger scoring chance for the Anaheim Ducks. You had that, of course, bad angle shot from Olin Zellweger. You've had a couple of outside opportunities, but boy, do the Anaheim Ducks got to get back on the inside.
Gaudreau and Washi on the face-off center ice. Gaudreau is sent out. And in comes Winterton. Ryan Winterton hasn't had a ton of ice time tonight. Ducks win the face-off. It's ringed in around the zone, left to right. In behind the Duck net. Johnston there to lay a check on a man, and the puck free at center ice. Washi goes back to get it, drives it in. Out of the net is Grubauer behind the goal. Takes the stick and leaves it for a defenseman. Comes up the near side wall to Winterton. He goes rink wide. Nobody there. Moore's got it. He steps in the zone. Wrist shot. Stop made by Grubauer. He'll cover up. But you got to wonder who Winterton was passing the puck to there. There was nobody there. And Ian Moore had a chance to walk in and get a clean shot.
Yeah, that's great looks, Tim. And it's just one of those things where even that Ian Moore shot, it's perimeter, it's far, it's 5 feet above the top of the circles there on the far side, way outside. And Ian Moore just rifles it. And from that distance, you think it'd be a routine save, but it gave Philip Grubauer a little bit of trouble as it bounced out of his glove before he froze the puck.
Granlund and Stevenson on the face-off, right circle, Seattle zone. Kraken control, moving out toward the blue line, and then it'll be steered away by Granlund. Granlund back near the Ducks line, comes to the red line, pushes it into the offensive zone. Dunn back to get it defensively for Seattle. Now Beniers tries to carry in. His centering pass kicked away by Kreider. Kreider off to Minchikov. He goes rink wide to Killorn. Killorn from the red line fires it in around the dasher, right to left. Sent back the other way by Seattle. McCann backhands it to the corner to Dunn. Chopping at the puck is Killorn. Killorn looking for it. It rolls free behind the net. And Larson will pick it up for Seattle. Larson, a guy who makes a living parking himself in front of the net. He has 108 blocked shots this year. That's a lot of times to step in front of a shot.
It really is.
Anyway, here's Gauthier, drops it back for Zellweger. Zellweger stick handling, left circle, he shoots! It goes high above the crossbar and off the glass. Gudas return shot from the right point, goes wide, deflected. And over outside the left circle, it's VL. Palin leaves it up the right wall for Gudas. And it's sent cross corner off the left corner wall. Taken up way by Montour, and Seattle trying to work it up ice. Now coming into the zone, Schwartz. He shoots, and the save is made. Berkeley Catton, the 19-year-old, had a shot. He put it on net, and Dostal came out just a little bit, cut down the angle, held on, and that'll force a face-off when we return to Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle. 9:48 left in regulation. It's the Ducks 3, Seattle 2 on Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
This December will bring something amazing. A place where 1.2 million square feet of game-changing medicine meet 300 acres of tranquility. It's a place built for everyone in Orange County and designed just for you. Prepare to meet the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. World-class academic healthcare right here at home. Discover more at ucihealth.org/Irvine Hospital. Powered by UC Irvine.
After 10 years, Mana returns to Anaheim. 2 nights full of music, love, and rock and roll. Mana, Vivir Ignited Tour at the Honda Center. Brand new production. All the hits, all the energy and passion of Mana live on stage. Honda Center, June 5th and 6th. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Presented by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel.
Visit EastonLawFirm.com and score big, Orange County's premier injury firm and official personal injury attorneys of the Anaheim Ducks. At Easton & Easton, our family of litigators has more than 100 years combined experience fighting the insurance companies in all types of injury accidents. With our family, every case is personal and handled by an actual attorney. Call to speak with an attorney today at 1-833-EASTONS. That's 1-833-EASTONS. Let our family help yours at EastonLawFirm.com.
Visit EastonLawFirm.com to score big, official personal injury attorneys of the Anaheim Ducks.
3-2 Ducks, 9:48 remaining with Emerson Edom, Tim Everett sitting in for Steve Carroll this week. As the faceoff will come to the stick side of Dostal in the Anaheim zone. It's Tim Washy and Stevenson. Stevenson won the draw. The puck toward the net, gloved by Dostal, and we'll have another faceoff coming. Oh, quick reminder, tonight's broadcast property of the Anaheim Ducks Hockey Club. Any rebroadcast of tonight's game, either whole or in part, without the express written consent of the Anaheim Ducks and the National Hockey League, is strictly prohibited. Ducks win the faceoff. Ian Moore pops it in the air toward center ice. It hits off the blue line of Seattle and back in there, and getting behind the net. Kraken trying to work it out. It's Montour. Montour originally drafted by the Ducks back in 2014. Now the pass up high, right side. One-time shot by Tolvanen, and a glove save by Dostal. Oh, what a save by Lukas Dostal as he slid across the crease to make the stop along the near post.
Yeah, his near side dot lane just inside a little bit, and then about 1 foot above the tops of the circle. But how about that pass from Vince Dunn? He drew everyone towards him. Everyone thought he was going to shoot. Then he slings it near side right in the wheelhouse of Tolvanen. What a blast.
We'll set up a face-off to the glove side of Dostal. Right circle in the Anaheim end. Wright is asked kindly to leave the circle. And now Schwartz will come in and face off with Granlund. Granlund draws it back easily to Minchikov. Minchikov angles a pass off the far side wall. Hits the stick of Killorn. Killorn slashes his man Montour, got away with it. And Killorn taken down just outside the line. Now it's Schwartz ahead to Montour. Montour left side feet. Kakko's shot. Pad save made and smothered by Dostal. And a stoppage with 9:05 to play.
Yeah, speaking of that confrontation between Alex Killorn and Montour, it almost looked like Montour just had that stiff expression and look like you want to go. And Alex Killorn, he was just too focused on grabbing the puck. And not to say that Alex Killorn would back down against anyone. Certainly he would accept the challenge. And then here the other way, it was an off-balance shot here near side dot lane off that entry from Kakko.
Berniers and Paling face off. Ducks win it. Oh, giveaway right in front. Shot save is made. Berniers found himself alone right in front with the puck on the deflection. Now it's out to center ice. So a break for the Ducks and a great save by Dostal on Berniers.
It might have been Lukas Dostal's best save yet. I mean, what a stop. He had to slide across in a hurry.
Berniers stick handling at center. Lost control of the puck. Montour back with it. Slides it rink wide. Puck comes to the near side, Eberle. Eberle, the leading scorer for Seattle. And the Ducks take it away from him. Lacombe across for Trouba. That's the defensive pairing right now. And this puck is sent all the way down. Icing gets washed out. Ducks will head for a change here with 8:19 left. Oleksiak, the defenseman for Seattle, spun around in his own end by a forechecking Johnston. Now he's checked by Washi. Back the other way, left side flip. Off the stick of Berkeley Cat. Behind the net it goes, right wing side. Riker Evans holds. Evans has it off the stick of Tolvanen. Behind the net, Kudas trying to keep it behind there. Now poked around by Zellweger. Johnston battling for it against the half wall, left wing side. Washi comes in to help out. He kicks it free and then slaps it against the boards and out into the Seattle end.
Yeah, whether it was the Ian Moore clear earlier that fell short of an icing call or that last flip there far side, the Anaheim Ducks to a prior point from Alexis Downey. I mean, they have been getting their clears.
Moore fires. It's deflected off the glove of Grubauer. Goes up and out of play and a face-off coming. 7:31 left in regulation. What was funny about that particular rush is Ian Moore was left alone on the right side of the rink. He really didn't have any options to pass because the Seattle defense was all crowded up on the other side. So he just let one rip. Now Granlund leaning in with Stevenson to the glove side of Grubauer in the Seattle end. False start. We'll have another. He's asked Granlund to leave. Kreider comes in to take it. And now Stevenson in early. Puck goes down. Seattle wins control of the faceoff. Ducks trying to take it away. And with it, Gaudreau. Lost off the stick of Gaudreau, and it's sent back down in the Kraken end. A little more than 7 minutes left in regulation. Ducks with a 1-goal lead. Melanson on the far side has the puck taken away, but he puts a check on Hellison. Puck being battled for along the wall. Kreider looking to flip it out, and now Seattle's got control, but they'll have to regroup. Quick pass, Larson. The defenseman takes it in. Drop pass to the point. Melanson shoots. Steered away by the stick of Dostal. Loose on the left wing boards. At the point. Shot taken by Larson. Montour waits for it to come up to the right point, but it doesn't get there. Melanson is slammed against the wall by Granlund. Granlund had him up against the glass. And now it is Minchikov on the left wing. Minchikov up to center. Off the stick of VL and deep in the Seattle end. 6:22 to play.
What a last shift by Jacob Melanson. I mean, you have that far corner hit there that he just crushed Drew Helson. Drew Helson took that like a champ, got right up and continued to battle, but several times that last shift, you mentioned Melanson's name, so he had a heavy impact there.
Montour shoots it down the middle. It hit a skate blade and goes in behind the Ducks net. Gudas backhand feed up along the near side wall and into the Seattle end. Both teams will get some changes on here with 5:50 left in regulation. Montour spun around in his own zone. Johnston on the forecheck. That's Washi, rather. And Johnston out there on the shift as well, but Gudas pins his man against the far side boards near the blue line. Out of the left corner. Puck is being battled for. Bernier's got a stick on it. Washi got a stick on it. Seattle comes away with it. Here's Riker Evans right side. He goes center point. Back to Evans. Goes to the left side circle. Back to the center point. This is Lindgren. He takes a shot. Save is made, and the rebound comes to the right wing. Bernier's behind the net. Bernier's is shoved right into the referee. Checked into him by Washi. And now the Ducks will control, and Moore will send it all the way down. But there to get it is Johnston. Johnston in the corner. Takes it in behind the net. He's double teamed. They still battle for the puck. Waiting for it to break free is Killorn. Comes to the near side wall. Minchikov holds. Now Evans works it up the near side wall, and here comes Stevenson carrying it out. Skates across the line. Lead pass for Catton. Catton, shot deflected way wide and over in the left wing corner. Stevenson with Minchikov battling behind the net. Now Stevenson takes it left circle. Dunn gets it over to Montour. Drive goes wide and deflected. Never made it to the net. Return feed from Dunn outside the left circle. Great save by Dostal as he picked it right through traffic. He'll hold on. And a face-off in the Ducks zone with 4:22 left in regulation. It's the Ducks leading 3-2. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Anaheim Ducks hockey on Duckstream, powered by TuneIn.
ESPN presents the NHL Stadium Series in a most unexpected place. A hockey takeover of Tampa, Florida and Raymond James Stadium, where the Boston Bruins collide with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Two teams take their shot at a one-of-a-kind game. The 2026 Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Bruins, Lightning, Sunday, February 1st at 6:30 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app.
Remember when instant connection meant just one push? Hytera brings it back with modern puck radios that deliver crystal clear nationwide communication. Whether coordinating fleets or large facilities, Hytera puck radios deliver reliable communication that keeps your team talking anytime, anywhere. Stay connected, stay efficient, stay ahead with Hytera puck radios. Visit Hytera.us today. That's HYTERA.us.
Under 5 minutes remaining in Seattle, the Ducks still up 1 goal on the Kraken. Now, despite that, the Kraken have been getting a lot of chances in this third period. 7 shots for them compared to Anaheim's 5. Emerson, what are you seeing on that end that they're able to create these chances and get this space?
Well, look, I just think the Anaheim Ducks are respecting them a little bit too much. They good on the good guys for being a lot more aggressive here this last 5 or 6 minutes, in particular on their forecheck, creating havoc. Of course, Russ Johnson get in there, laying the bod. You have Alex Killorn there getting on the inside. But other than that, the first 10 or so minutes, it was pretty much all Seattle, to your point, AD. And, yeah, just a little bit too much respect given, too much room in the defensive end. Prior to this, first and second period, they were just in your face and not straight-legged one bit, so they just got to get back at it.
4:22 left. Ducks control the draw back in their own zone. Here comes Cutter Gauthier, steering it into the Seattle end. He pokes it with one hand behind the goal. Montour tries to flip it out along the far side wall. McCann, and it goes out to the center red line. Montour there. He'll shoot in. After it is Jacob Trouba. Trouba, backhand off the glass and down into the Seattle zone again. That'll be taken by Dunn. So you got to figure we're getting closer to the time when Lane Lambert, the head coach of the Kraken, is going to relieve Grubauer of duty and get an extra skater on. Go 6-on-5 at some point. Now a quick shot by Tolvanen. Stop made by Dostal.
Yeah, that pass coming far side from Stevenson. So that was a heads-up play and a great entry. I mean, boy, he grabbed that and shot it.
Puck cleared out along the far side board. Montour holds in. Montour gets a return feed. Right circle, shoots. It's steered away by Lucas Dostal. Loose right side near the hash marks. Here's Stevenson. Stops up, tries to center. Play broken up, and it's knocked out off the near side glass through center ice into the Kraken zone. Long feed ahead. Here comes Catton. Catton, top of the right circle. Feeds down low. Shot and a save. As one of the Kraken down there got a stick on. Looked like Tolvanen. And Dostal was able to hold on, freeze it, and force the faceoff.
Well, part of the boost here for the Seattle Kraken club has been the play of Berkeley Catton. He might be the MVP so far for the Seattle Kraken here in this third period. Just as overall impact, it seems like every shift, a couple shifts prior, he had a great delay here on the near side. And then how about that cut up and then a little area pass for an in-tight play finished from Tolvanen. Quite solid hockey.
Washi wins the face-off, sends it out to the neutral zone, and Ian Moore sweeps it in. Goes to the right side corner. Defenseman goes down. Larson chasing after him. Now the Kraken out to center ice. Capo Kakko with it. Red line. Wraps it around the boards. Right to left. Stop behind the net by Dostal. Reverses direction, and it kicks out to the red line. Schwartz spun around in his own end by a forechecking Moore. Minchikov back in his own zone. Now defensively for the Ducks, again, you're protecting a one-goal lead at this point. Puck is tipped out of play by Moore, and face-off coming at center ice. But how do you approach this now in the final 2.5 minutes defensively, up by just a goal?
Well, you want to, of course, get the puck first on an O-zone entry. I mean, not a whole lot of possession time here this whole third period for the Anaheim Ducks, but you want to hit the line and just try to shoot everything, right? I just think the more pucks you throw at the net, oftentimes you'll get it off the yellow, it trickles into the corner, but I think shot volume, just really try to push this Kraken team back, but you can't take any play for granted here the rest of the stretch.
Paling and Berniers at center ice. Again, Ducks going up ice right to left. They win the face-off. Cutter Gauthier had to roll off his stick blade. He recovers and snaps it into the Seattle zone. Grubauer behind the net. Whips it up the wall. Paling holds in momentarily with a skate. Now gets it to Gauthier. Fires it in off the inboards. Loose left wing side. Seattle's got it. Eberle tried to center, but Gauthier picked it up just beyond the blue line and fired it in on Grubauer, who made a stick stop.
Well, just what I was touching on, right? You had a far side shot there, and then you had one in the neutral zone just outside the blue line. That's exactly what you have to do. And what happens? Now the Anaheim Ducks maintain possession.
Grubauer is on the bench. It's a 6-on-5, an empty net behind the Seattle Kraken. 1:43 left in regulation. Ducks clear the zone. The puck is turning toward the net right on top of the goal crease. It is picked up by Berniers. He'll speed through center ice. He shoots it over to the left point. It is snapped around by Killorn. Loose puck in front. Again, 6-on-5, empty net, and the puck cleared by the Ducks. That'll go down. And that will be icing with 1:20 left, and a faceoff coming back in the Anaheim zone. And we'll see. Well, they will not put Grubauer back in with the faceoff in the Anaheim end. So the Kraken will maintain the man advantage. Shots are now 30-21 Anaheim.
And now it seems as if, let's take a listen to the call.
Seattle is using their 30-second timeout.
Yeah, the official took the words right out of my mouth. I was about to call a timeout. And that official being TJ Luxmore making the call. And what a strange sequence there as Chris Kreider received a rim there, far side, just above the hash mark area there, and he had just the perfect angle from the tip of his blade, and that being kind of wedged on the yellow portion, lower portion of the boards, of course, and the rim had enough velocity coming from the near side corner. And right when it hit Chris Kreider's stick, it's the perfect deflection. If it wasn't for a player tracking back for the Seattle Kraken, I have a good feeling that would have been into the empty net.
Final 80 seconds of this hockey game coming up. 3-2 Ducks holding on to the lead. Faceoff will be to the stick side of Dostal in the Anaheim zone. Granlund will face off. Again, the empty net behind Seattle. Loose puck in the left wing circle. Ducks control it. And it's angled off the boards and heading toward the net. And it's in the net. An empty netter. Oh, Minchikov with a perfect bank. Just like a shot in billiards. And he scores, and now the Ducks lead it 4-2.
You want to talk about knowing your angles out there on the ice. I mean, wow. If there's an empty net goal that might be featured on SportsCenter Top 10, it's going to be that one. I mean, that was well played. I have not seen a pinpoint bank, at least from that far range, in some time into an empty net. Job well done, Pavel Minchikov.
His 6th goal of the season. An empty netter and a 2-goal lead for the Ducks with 1:10 to play. He'd be good. I wouldn't want to play him in snooker.
I wouldn't either.
No way. Anyway, the puck comes out towards center ice. It'll be turned around by Johnston. And down into the Seattle zone right behind the net. The Ducks are 50 seconds away from winning their 6th straight hockey game. And an important one here because Seattle close to them in the standings, but behind them they can get a 4-point edge on Seattle with a regulation win here. Ducks have it. Lacombe will float it out towards center ice. 30 seconds to play in regulation. And the net is empty for Seattle, going 6-on-5. Schwartz goes rink wide for Dunn at the red line, slapped in by Wright. Goes around the dasher right to left. And now the puck on the stick of Gauthier, cleared, not out, and it's sent back by Trouba. Trouba looking at it, but the Kraken controlling a shot attempt by Dunn from the top of the left wing circle, glove, and stopped and frozen by Dostal. He'll freeze it with 7 2/10 seconds left in regulation.
When it comes to their kids' health, parents want to know they're getting the best care possible. That's why Chalk and Rady Children's, 2 trusted leaders in pediatric health, have joined forces as Rady Children's Health. They're continuing their commitment to providing exceptional care and impactful research in their local communities while creating new possibilities for a brighter, healthier future. Together, they're champion childhood. For more at RadyChildren's.org.
Be a face-off in the Anaheim zone. Grubauer is back in net. So teams at even strength. Quick shot off the face-off by Schwartz, deflected. Loose puck behind the Duck net. And regulation time winds down, and the Ducks have won 6 straight games. Their second longest streak of the year behind their 7-gamer at the beginning of the season. The Ducks with a 4-2 victory here tonight in Seattle. 2-0 on this road trip. They go to 27, 21-3 overall, 57 points. The Kraken, 22, 19-9. They stay at 53 points. They were the last team in the wild card situation. So the Ducks now move ahead and are 1 point, at least at this time, behind the Edmonton Oilers in the Pacific. Edmonton with 58 points. The Ducks now with 57. So the Ducks victorious here in their second game of this 5-game Western road swing.
Yeah, the Ducks, they just wanted it more, right? The Ducks here on this heater, they just continue to not want to be denied. That's exactly how they're playing from the opening puck drop. They're just really putting together full 60-plus minute performances. And Tim, before I give it back to you, discover Lineage Watch Company, a family-owned California watch brand inspired by timeless design and grounded in American craftsmanship. yours today at lineagewatchco.com.
By the way, Cutter Gauthier named the number 1 star in the game here. The 2 others were number 2 and number 3 star were Kraken. Of course, they're voted on locally, but Cutter Gauthier getting the number 1 star here in the game tonight. So The Ducks with a 4-2 road win. They will stay here in Seattle, practice in Seattle tomorrow, then jet over to Calgary. They'll take on the Calgary Flames on Sunday in Calgary, Alberta. We'll be on the air at 5:30, 6 o'clock Pacific time for the face-off right here on Duckstream and the NHL app and TuneIn Radio and everywhere else you get us. So that's going to be the next broadcast. That'll be the first of back-to-back games. They'll play Calgary Sunday at the Saddle Dome and then over to Edmonton for a game on Monday. So back-to-back games in the province of Alberta before heading over to Vancouver for a Thursday game against the Canucks, and then the Ducks will return home for a February 1st game at Honda Center. Well, that's going to do it for me here tonight. Stand by, the post-game show coming up next. Anaheim Ducks hockey on the Ducks Radio Network has been brought to you by UCI Health. Discover how a marsh can be healing. Get ready for a place born of the healing powers of breakthroughs and tranquility. This is where community meets innovation, where game-changing research takes place beside soul-affirming nature, all in the name of a healthier Orange County. Discover the new UCI Health Irvine Hospital. Tim Neverett saying goodbye for now. Alexis Downey and Emerson Edom have you on the Ducks postgame coming up. 4-2, the final score. Ducks win it here in Seattle. This is Duckstream, powered by
Saturday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, New York Islanders face the Buffalo Sabres at 1 p.m. Islanders on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 937. Sabres on Internet 922. Nashville Predators take on the Utah Mammoth at 3:30 p.m. Preds on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 935. Mammoth on Internet 947. Boston Bruins take on the Montreal Canadiens at 7 p.m. Bruins on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 921. Canadiens on Internet 934. Columbus Blue Jackets face the Tampa Bay Lightning at 7 p.m. Blue Jackets on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 927. Lightning on Internet 945. Ottawa Senators face the Carolina Hurricanes at 7 p.m. Senators on Sirius and XM channels 167, Internet 939. Hurricanes on Internet 924. Winnipeg Jets face the Detroit Red Wings at 7 p.m. Jets on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 951. Red Wings on Internet 929. St. Louis Blues host the LA Kings at 8 p.m. Blues on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 944. Kings on Internet 932. Minnesota Wild face the Florida Panthers at 9 p.m. Wild on Sirius 211, XM 222, and Internet 933. Panthers on Internet 931. Edmonton Oilers face the Washington Capitals at 10 p.m. Oilers on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 930. Capitals on Internet 950. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Saturday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, New York Islanders face the Buffalo Sabres at 1 p.m. Islanders on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 937. Sabres on Internet 922.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91.
Mark Messier is a 6-time Stanley Cup champion. He won 5 with the Edmonton Oilers and 1 with the New York Rangers, and is the only player to captain 2 teams to Stanley Cup championships. In Edmonton, after winning back-to-back Stanley Cup championships in 1984 and 85, it wasn't until 1987 where the team would win their 3rd Stanley Cup championship. Speaking on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, Messier joined Scott Laughlin for the morning skate on Sirius XM Channel 91 to talk about what it was like to win that 1987 Stanley Cup Finals series against the Philadelphia Flyers, despite blowing a 3-1 series lead and having to win it in a Game 7.
Mark, let's go back to the 1987 Canada, or not Canada Cup. That was still to come.
That was
but the 1987, that wasn't Game 7, but that was an all-decider as well, as we know. But for Game 7, Yeah, that was pretty good stuff. But 87 in the Stanley Cup final, you're facing Philadelphia. You're up 3-1 in the series. They come back to tie it. Now you've got Game 7. Take us back to your greatest remembrances of, again, almost letting the series slip away and then having that opportunity in Game 7 to come up big, which you guys clearly did.
Well, it just goes to show you that we felt back in 87, we were really at the peak of that team in some ways. Some people think 85 team was the best team ever. 87, I think, was probably the most talented team. I think 85 team had a better overall record. I think it was 16-1 or 16-2 in that playoff year, 87. We got tangled up against Philadelphia, but we felt we're a better team. But sports isn't about who's a better team. It's about the belief system inside the dressing room. And Philadelphia wouldn't quit. Mike Keenan wouldn't allow the young Philadelphia team to quit. They were kind of banged up. They had some injuries, but they were able to extend the series after what we thought probably should have been maybe at least 4 or 5 game series. We lost, I think, the first game, if I remember correctly, and then came back and won 3 in a row, coming home to win the 5th game, only to realize that winning a championship, even after all the experience we had, is not that easy. And then going back to Philadelphia for Game 6, and they trounced us in Philly. Now we find ourselves in a Game 7, and then once you get to a Game 7, anything can happen. You can get a bad break, an unlucky bounce, as we've seen in the past. And so everything's at stake, everything's on the line. And I think luckily for us, we're able to, really kind of rely on our experiences that we had in the past. We felt incredibly confident that if we went out and played our best game and Philadelphia went out and played their best game, our best was going to be good enough. But even with that, there was so much uncertainty. And sure enough, we're able to win our 3rd cup in 4 years, which was quite an incredible feat.
That was Hockey Hall of Famer and Stanley Cup champion for the Edmonton Oilers, Mark Messier, on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio's The Morning Skate with Scott Laughlin on Channel 91.
Hear it all on demand. Your favorite shows, your favorite games. Don't miss a second of your favorite SiriusXM programming on demand with the SiriusXM app. Download it now for free.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Saturday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, New York Islanders face the Buffalo Sabres at 1 p.m. Islanders on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 937. Sabres on Internet 922. Nashville Predators take on the Utah Mammoth at 3:30 p.m. Preds on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 935. Mammoth on Internet 947. Boston Bruins take on the Montreal Canadiens at 7 p.m. Bruins on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 921. Canadiens on Internet 934. Columbus Blue Jackets face the Tampa Bay Lightning at 7 p.m. Blue Jackets on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 927. Lightning on Internet 945. Ottawa Senators face the Carolina Hurricanes at 7 p.m. Senators on Sirius and XM channels 167, Internet 939. Hurricanes on Internet 924. Winnipeg Jets face the Detroit Red Wings at 7 p.m. Jets on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 951. Red Wings on Internet 929. St. Louis Blues host the LA Kings at 8 p.m. Blues on Sirius 210, XM 221, and Internet 944. Kings on Internet 932. Minnesota Wild face the Florida Panthers at 9 p.m. Wild on Sirius 211, XM 222, and Internet 933. Panthers on Internet 931. Edmonton Oilers face the Washington Capitals at 10 p.m. Oilers on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 930. Capitals on Internet 950. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Saturday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, New York Islanders face the Buffalo Sabres at 1 p.m. Islanders on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 937. Sabres on Internet 922.
The PGA Tour comes to life on SiriusXM. It's your destination for everything on the tour. Hear live hole-by-hole coverage and expert analysis. PGA Tour Radio, SiriusXM 92.
New York Rangers legend and Hockey Hall of Famer Mark Messier joined Scott Laughlin on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio, Channel 91, to share what it was like to play in the 1994 finals with the New York Rangers, as well as ending the 54-year drought for the franchise and how that team represented what a hockey team is all about.
Well, look, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you about 1994 as well. You mentioned Mike Keenan. We spoke with him in studio a couple of weeks ago. He still speaks so highly of you and of that run. So take us back to ending the 54-year drought. In Game 7, you get a power play goal. You shovel a puck underneath of Kirk McLean. Stands up as the game winner, as it turns out. So take us back to that hot, steamy night. What was it, June 14th of 1994 at the Garden in New York?
Just, I guess just starting, going to the rink, trying to keep your same routine. Brian Leach and I would always drive together down through Times Square, down Broadway 7th Avenue to take a right-hand turn on 33rd Street. And you could feel things were different, even from the Upper West Side. Just the vibe and the energy of the whole city was just electrified. Getting down towards Madison Square Garden, seeing the crowd already starting to build, the police officers surrounding the Garden. It was a carnival-like atmosphere. Obviously, we knew we were something on the cusp of doing something that hadn't been done in 54 years. The magnitude of it was palpable. I mean, the energy, just everything just seemed to be so electrified. You try to keep yourself in the moment. You try to stay with your routine. Obviously, there's much more at stake. And then, we found ourselves, much like we did in 87, up 3-1 in the series, losing to the fifth game where it was pretty much a foregone conclusion that New York Rangers were finally going to win a Stanley Cup after 54 years, only to find ourselves, the party atmosphere got a little bit delayed and then had to go back to Vancouver, which again, we got trounced in Vancouver, just like we did in 87. And now we're coming home for Game 7. And the same thing happened. It just, we felt good about our chances. We felt we were a better team than Vancouver. We felt that we should have wrapped up the series earlier against Vancouver, but that's the greatest thing about sports. You can think all you want, but the reality is they got a heartbeat over there too. They got pride over there too. They're there for a reason because they're a great team. And here we are in Game 7 and happen to go out and execute a great game plan to beat a very hungry, very young, very physical, hard team to play against in Vancouver. And luckily for us, we had a lot of experience. We had a dynamic, incredible amount of talent with Brian Leach and Sergei Zubov, Alex Kovalev, Adam Graves, and Mike Richter and net, and then sprinkled in with some veterans, some hardened veterans with McTavish and Tikkanen and Steve Larmer and Noonan and Mateau and Jeff Bukaboom and Jay Wells and all the amazing players that banded together that year to create maybe not the most skilled team that's ever won a Stanley Cup, but if you look up the word team, they could put the 1994 Ranger team right there, and that year, that team epitomizes what a team is all about.
SiriusXM has soccer covered end to end. SiriusXM FC. Hear live play-by-play and talk shows hosted by legends of the game. It's SiriusXM FC on Channel 157.
I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your SiriusXM NHL schedule for Saturday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, New York Islanders face the Buffalo Sabres at 1 p.m. Islanders on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 937. Sabres on Internet 922. Nashville Predators take on the Utah Mammoth at 3:30 p.m. Preds on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 935. Mammoth on Internet 947. Boston Bruins take on the Montreal Canadiens at 7 p.m. Bruins on Sirius 208, XM 219, and Internet 921. Canadiens on Internet 934. Columbus Blue Jackets face the Tampa Bay Lightning at 7 p.m. Blue Jackets on Sirius 209, XM 220, and Internet 927. Lightning on Internet 945. Ottawa Senators face the Carolina Hurricanes at 7 p.m. Senators on Sirius and XM channels 167, Internet 939. Hurricanes on Internet 924. Winnipeg Jets face the Detroit Red Wings at 7 p.m. Jets on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 951. Red Wings on Internet 929. St. Louis Blues host the LA Kings at 8 p.m. Blues on Sirius Sirius 210 XM 221 and Internet 944. Kings on Internet 932. Minnesota Wild face the Florida Panthers at 9 p.m. Wild on Sirius 211 XM 222 and Internet 933. Panthers on Internet 931. Edmonton Oilers face the Washington Capitals at 10 p.m. Oilers on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 930. Capitals on Internet 950. For 24/7 coverage of the NHL season and hockey across the world, keep it locked on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio, channel 91. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM NHL schedule for Saturday, January the 24th. All times are Eastern, and please remember, all games, times, and channels are subject to change. Check SiriusXM.com for the latest updates. In the NHL, New York Islanders face the Buffalo Sabres at 1 p.m. Islanders on Sirius and XM channels 91, Internet 937. Sabres on Internet 922.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on SiriusXM NHL Network Radio. SiriusXM 91.
Six-time Stanley Cup champion and Hockey Hall of Famer Mark Messier stopped by SiriusXM NHL Network Radio's The Morning Skate with Scott Laughlin to discuss what Game 7 means to him and what it's like to also lose a Game 7.
Well, when you think about the two greatest words in sports, you think about Game 7 for many reasons. Obviously, to get to a Game 7, both teams obviously very evenly matched from the literal sense, the Game 7. You don't have to be a sport fan to understand that something's big at stake and that you will go watch it even if you don't know the teams, you don't know the players, you don't know the backdrop, because it's the greatest form of reality TV in the world, because there is going to be a winner and a loser. A lot at stake, obviously. But for me personally, it's a lifetime journey to acquire the skill set that's required to be able to perform when the stakes are the highest, under the most scrutinized pressure, when you're expected to perform. And you think about a Game 7 moment or Game 7, that's when you have to perform. It's a winner or go home situation. And what are the skill sets that are required to do that? Obviously, we've practiced our game and honed our skill set for years and years and years, tens of thousands of hours of honing our skills. But emotionally, mentally, what prepares you to play in those moments and perform when you're expected to? That, I think, is what really defines a Game 7 moment for the players that have excelled in Game 7 moments. And what are those life lessons that we can teach our young boys and girls, and the skill sets required to do that? The breathing, it's being able to slow your heart down, and your blood pressure goes up, and your decision-making is rash, and concentration varies because of all of it. What allows you to kind of really